our mentalities work perfectly, but everybody's wired different. Everybody's got fear, failure, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to internalize those feelings, but you can't let them paralyze you. And it's for me, going into a Game 7, I allowed myself to visualize what if we didn't win, leading up to the game. And then slowly, as you get closer to the game, you allow yourself to kind of push the negative feelings aside, and you start to fill yourself up with all the great things that are going to happen and what you need to do to execute the game plan. And of course, ultimately to seeing yourself, holding the trophy. And as a game starts, all the negative and the positive go away, and then you drill yourself down into, just executing the game plan. And you don't think about the what ifs and what should have been or what could have been. You just really kind of play in the moment. And I think trust becomes a massive word when you think about it. Can I trust each one of the players that are going out there to not only to do their part from a strategic standpoint, be in the right position, be in the right places at the right time, but not get undisciplined and take poor penalties at the wrong time because their ego is bruised and someone took advantage of them, then being able to hold all that in check. So there's just so many dynamics to think about for a team in order to overcome all the obstacles to win a championship. And it's fascinating to me. It's one of the reasons I was able to play 26 years, because once you do it, you understand how fun it is, but also how complicated and intricate it is to kind of get not only the team from a physical standpoint to come together, but how a team comes together emotionally, mentally, and the spirituality around a team and the respect that lives inside that locker room is incredible.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Sunday, November the 2nd. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, Utah Mammoth hosts the Tampa Bay Lightning at 3:30 p.m. Mammoth on XM 219 Internet 947, Lightning on Internet 945. New York Islanders face the Columbus Blue Jackets at 5 p.m. Islanders on Sirius and XM channels 91 Internet 937, Jackets on Internet 927. Philadelphia Flyers face the Calgary Flames at 7 p.m. with the Flyers on XM 219 Internet 940, Flames on Internet 923. New Jersey Devils take on the Anaheim Ducks at 8 p.m. Ducks on XM 220 Internet 920, Devils on Internet 936. Detroit Red Wings face the San Jose Sharks at 8 p.m. Sharks on Sirius and XM channels 91 Internet 942, Red Wings on Internet 929. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Sunday, November the 2nd. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, Utah Mammoth hosts the Tampa Bay Lightning at 3:30 p.m. Mammoth on XM 219 Internet 947, Lightning on Internet 945. New York Islanders face the Columbus Blue Jackets at 5 p.m. Islanders on Sirius and XM channels 91 Internet 937, Jackets on Internet 927. Philadelphia Flyers face the Calgary Flames at 7 p.m. with the Flyers on XM 219 Internet 940, Flames on Internet 923. New Jersey Devils take on the Anaheim Ducks at 8 p.m. Ducks on XM 220 Internet 920, Devils on Internet 936. Detroit Red Wings face the San Jose Sharks at 8 p.m. Sharks on Sirius and XM channels 91 Internet 942, Red Wings on Internet 929. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Sunday, November the 2nd.
The Peach. Cross ice for Brad. Now near side, they score. It's the one-timer by Nico Hischier. A power play goal. Head save made by Markstrom. Rebound. Brodzinski is robbed as the power play comes to an end. And Jacob Markstrom has been stout. moving across the line. Brandon deep, he scores! Well, here's Palat, finds a man in front, they score! It's Jack Hughes, baby! It's a 2-on-1. Luke and Jack. Luke with the shot, scores! Oh, a ripper there by Luke Hughes. Jack Hughes, one man back, across the line, has Brad with him, feeds it to Brad, back to Jack. Bingo bongo, it's 5-0. Ho, 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 baby.
Devils Hockey is brought to you by Prudential. Protect your life's work with help from Prudential, the official financial services partner of the Devils. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the New Jersey Devils. And RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Road trip comes to an end tonight in Anaheim, California. After a rough start to the trip, the Devils won yesterday in Los Angeles, so a chance to get on a winning streak and make this an okay road trip as they skate tonight against the Anaheim Ducks. A very good Sunday evening, everyone. Matt Lachlan along with Chico Reich. Thanks very much for joining us wherever you find yourselves all along the RWJ Barnabas Health Devils Hockey Network. So glad that you could join us on this Sunday night. Chico, the Devils went to Los Angeles, did exactly what they wanted to do, came away with a W, and ended that losing streak, and now they look to make it 2 straight wins.
Well, they put a lot of thought and preparation and execution into that game, Matty. They scored first, which is huge. Matty and I talked about it. It's a world of difference. And they got that early goal, and then they just worked at shutting down the Kings. They shut down 4 shorthanded situations. I mean, from top to bottom of the players playing, Matty, they all contributed, and it was a really confidence-building win in L.A.
Nico Hischier got the scoring going early in the first period as the Devils, as you mentioned, scored first. They scored first in the second early. Brian Hallinen's first National Hockey League goal. Yeah. And then they got a pair of shorthanded goals. Not only did they kill 4 power plays, they scored twice with the man advantage, once into an empty net, but I don't think that Dawson Mercer's giving that one back as he becomes just the second Devil in franchise history to score 2 shorthanded goals in a game, joining Alexander Semak, who did it back on October 16th of 1993 against the New York Islanders. So the big players, the big guys, the big guns made a contribution, as they have to, for this Devils team.
Yeah, and then the depth guys, Hallinan, he gets a goal, and Chalowski played really well defensively, and that's what you always want to see. It's interesting because Hughes and Bratt, they were cooking, but they weren't finishing, but that's the NHL. But they were playing well. Like I say, right from top to bottom, everybody, I love it. You got to stick your nose in there. You have the Devils to win consistently through the season, through the playoffs. If they're ever going to win a cup, they got to be hard-nosed and be hard to play against, Matty, and they were both of those things, I thought, against the Kings. And then they were playing a Kings team that, it is okay. Today, going to be much bigger challenge for the Devils.
Well, they take on a club that's young but building. They haven't been in the playoffs for 7 years, and all that losing's added to nice draft picks. Now you've got to turn them into nice players, and that's what's happening here in Anaheim, and we'll talk about them in just a moment. But back to yesterday's game and what Sheldon Keefe is looking forward to today. There's never a perfect game. You point that out all the time. The other team is trying as well, and so Sheldon's not going to complain. No one does about a victory, but he was asked this afternoon, where does he want to see improvement?
Well, it's just managing the puck. At times, the other team is going to have a push, as LA did for good chunks of the second period, especially yesterday. And you got to manage it when you get the puck back. It's how can we turn the game back and get it going in our favor. I didn't think we did enough of that, which is what led to them carrying the play as significantly as they did. So that's a big part of it. It gets harder and harder the more fatigue that you get, but at the same time, it's how you can fight fatigue if you get it right, is to be able to play, on the front half of your shift versus the back.
Well, they might have been on their heels a little bit, and there were times when they had trouble getting the puck out. But a win is a win, and Jacob Markstrom, when there was some trouble, was there to clear things up.
Man, I think LA got like 40-some shots. They were the most insignificant 40-some shots. And here's why. And he even mentioned it. The defenseman cleared people out. They blocked him out. And he must have made, 12, 15 glove saves where he just snagged him and snapped at him, and there was no rebound. So he played well, yes. But they didn't give up 2-on-1s, breakaways like they did, previously. No, the 41 shots against, forget about it. And I would say this, when they really had to bear down the Devils, especially on the penalty kill, but anytime the puck was in a scoring position, Devils block shots, got their stick in front. I mean, they just played the way we had seen them playing earlier in that 8-game winning streak. And, it was a good bounce back. But as we say, Matty, it never ends, right? Got to do it again today.
Yeah, and I think what's happening in the National Hockey League is this, and it always occurs, right? You have teams that are building. So the Devils a few years ago were the team that was building. They were getting draft choices and trying to put it all together. Now it's bubbled up, and they're considered certainly someone who will contend in the East. How they get to a Stanley Cup, that remains to be seen. Right. But at any rate, they're one of those teams. San Jose is a team that's on the come, better than they've been in the last few years. This Anaheim team is on the come, better than they've been in the last few years. And while that is happening, while some of these young teams, Chicago is another one that comes to mind, starting to get better, starting to be harder to play against, the teams that have been bad really haven't dropped off all that much yet. There may be teams that are on the decline, but they're still capable, very capable of playing very good hockey. And so I think the NHL is in a really good spot. That all leads me to this Anaheim team is one of those teams that's on the rise. And under Joel Quenneville, your good friend and former teammate with the New Jersey Devils, they've gotten off to a great start at 6-3-1.
Oh, and let's not forget who's the GM. The little ball of hate, right?
Pat Verbeek.
Patty Verbeek, he was one of my favorite teammates. And so, what you just described was the beauty of the draft. And the challenge is when like I say, the window opens, like for us, it's going to open for them, Anaheim, to win the cup. That window opens, you better jump through it because eventually it's going to start closing. And for some of those teams, it's starting to close, but they're trying to survive, like LA. LA's trying to survive, but they just don't have electric young players. But here tonight, there's some top end guys, and they should be. I mean, they were drafted in the top 10, some of them. And the other thing is, Matty, I say this, in today's world of getting players, if you're a team, once in a while you can get somebody in a trade or free agent, but that isn't even happening. You have got to make those draft picks count, and I think the Ducks have done that.
Leo Carlson, he's just 20 years of age, and he's centering the top line, and he and his mates have been off and running, particularly as of late.
Oh, that's the one line the Devils are going to have to shut down. Chris Kreider, remember him? Yeah, where did he play before? I think he was out east somewhere. Maybe the Rangers. Anyway, he's got 5 goals. And then you got Troy Terry. I mean, Matty, he's only 28, and he's got 5 goals. That top line can score. I mean, they've been dynamite. And so Devils will have to deal with that, but also the second line, pretty darn good. And then it gets a little thinner, and you go down to the third and fourth line in defense. But there will be speed coming at those New Jersey Devils this afternoon. So I don't have to tell the players, the Devils, with the jerseys on, they know what they're in for. And I just hope, having played last night, they have the energy to counter that.
Racehorse hockey is fun to watch.
Yes.
I'm not sure the coaches like it necessarily, but we could be in for one of those up and down.
I believe it. I'm hoping so.
It would be nice as the Devils take on the Anaheim Ducks. It'll be Jake Allen in goal for New Jersey. Lucas Dostal will get the start in net for the Anaheim Ducks as they look to pick up their 7th in a row, 4-1-0 in their last 5, including 2 straight wins. The Devils, of course, come in with a record of 9-3-0, and they snapped a 2-game losing streak with a win yesterday against LA and looking to make a Southern California sweep and end this road trip at 2-2 as they head home for Montreal on Thursday. Gain access to the most comprehensive benefits program in sports, including 2026 Stanley Cup playoff ticket priority, exclusive player events, and more. Get it all today with your 2025-26 Black and Red full season membership. Go to NewJerseyDevils.com/black and red. We'll have more from the Honda Center in Southern California, Anaheim to be precise, as you listen to the Devils Hockey Network.
In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you. Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search PlayStar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
An orthopedic surgeon can replace a damaged joint, but they can't replace time. For you, or for the person who has to drive you around. That's why you need a surgeon who's close to home. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we have the specialized care you need to get moving again. Do it right. Here. Visit rwjbh.org/ortho. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
This is Jack Hughes. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Back here in Anaheim, Matt Laughlin along with Chico Resch. Our engineer in the booth tonight is Mike Boyle, and we've got Kamaya Yearling as our producer back at our Skyview studios. Kyle McKenna, of course, always checking in on the statistical side. Here are the starting lineups. They're presented by RWJ Barnabas Health, New Jersey's largest academic healthcare system and official healthcare provider of the New Jersey Devils. For the Ducks, Lukas Dostel gets the starting goal. He is 4-3-1 this season with a 2.74 goals against. Lifetime against the Devils, a perfect 2-0 with a 2.14 GAA. Defensively, Jackson Lacombe is paired with Drew Hellison, and it will be their top line centered by Leo Carlson and assisted by wingers Troy Terry and Chris Kreider out there for the opening face-off. Radko Gudas is out with a lower body injury. Mikhail Granlund is out with a lower body injury, and Sam Colangelo is the healthy scratch. For the New Jersey Devils, Jake Allen gets the nod in goal. Lifetime, he is 8-4-0 with a 1.87 goals against the Ducks. Dougie Hamilton is paired with Jonas Siegenthaler, and it will be Jack Hughes centering Jesper Bratt and Stefan Nason. No changes in the Devils lineup. Seamus Casey, a healthy scratch again today. Connor Brown is out with an upper body injury. Brett Pesce not traveling with the team. He's not available either. So that sets the stage for today's game. We'll be back with the opening face-off after this. Devils and Ducks from Anaheim on the Devils Hockey Network.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe. When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search PlayStar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm. and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELAC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
This is Jonas Siegenthaler. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Welcome back to Devils Hockey, everyone. Matt Laughlin along with Chico Resch. Another big crowd here at Honda Center. The fans have supported this team through thick and thin. They do have a Stanley Cup championship banner that's hung above this rink, but it's been tough times lately. Still, the fans keep coming out. Let's check in with PA announcer Phil Hewlett.
Please welcome members of Nuevo Jalisciense with the playing of our national anthem.
Nuevo Jalisciense playing our national anthem. There were some technical issues with the microphone. I'm a little scratchy myself once in a while, Chico, but in person it sounded pretty good.
Oh, it was okay, but I'd never heard anything like that. But then I thought, oh, it's being played in Spanish. That's why I don't understand it. But no, you're right. There were some glitches, just like a team. They gave up a goal early, but they got better as it went on, and that's all that counts.
And they finished with a we get ready for the opening faceoff. Chico, this is an early start, 5 o'clock local, so you haven't had as much time as normal to work on the keys to the game, but I know that does not deter you. What are the big points tonight as presented by Ticketmaster?
Well, you got a new goalie, Jake Allen, and again, the formula is not going to change from the 8-game win to the game in LA, right? Well, you know what it is, Matty. Let's just play it tight, Devils, because these Ducks are hot. They're feeling good. They're going to come at you. And then wear them down and then get something going after that.
Devils 1-3 in the last 4 games played here in Anaheim, and that includes a game that, well, you remember when Dostal was brilliant in goal, stopping 52 of 55 shots. Devils lost 4-3, and what happened at the end of that game? Jack Hughes had a penalty shot with a chance to tie, and was not able to do just that. So let's see what happens today. Here's Hamilton with a shot that deflects off the glass. That was Stefan Nason in front getting a piece.
Well, the defensemen want to shoot, Matty, and Dougie Hamilton set the tone. Like, you don't want to try to be too fancy, obviously. I mean, listen, there are some times when the team's feeling it, they know it, you know it, watching that things are just clicking. We don't know that that's going to happen here tonight. So until you find that out, and usually that comes after 10 or 15 minutes, just play it safe. Get pucks to the net, and don't make any mistakes. Don't give this hot shot Anaheim Duck team a chance to use that speed.
Off the draw, Heischer wins it to the blue line. The shot by Hughes goes off the glass. And now here's Olin Zellweger.
Oh, sorry.
Devils deflect his clearing try. Here's Heischer with it. Heischer now to the right wing corner. Spins, checked. McTavish takes it away. Devils are able to intercept. It's Gritsuk down low, looking for Heischer. Just missed. Now it's Heischer to the blue line. Hughes, near side feed. Dillon, slap shot save. No rebound.
Oh, 2 good shots from the point. But did you see what Jack Hughes did, Matty? He's playing his off wing. You saw it, right? He got the puck on the right boards. But now he goes to the middle. The stick and the puck is in the middle of the ice. It's a better shooting lane. And he does a really good job of getting it through. And then Brendan Dillon lets one go from the point. So far, Devils playing, really smart hockey.
Puck has remained in Anaheim zone. This time they clear, but it's picked up at center ice by Dennis Cholowski, who had a real nice return to the lineup in his first game this season. Picked up an assist on a goal. He stopped a goal. Corey Perry at the doorstep trying to pound it home, but a stick-on-stick check, and that did not happen. So good for Dennis Cholowski as he backpedals into the Devils' end. Devils in their home white with the black and red trim, road white in their black and red trim. Here's Timo Meier across the line. Steps one, glove save. Dostal will have a face-off, in Anaheim in their home orange.
He might have to stop 50 again tonight. Those are, what do they got there? I know they got at least 3. They only got up 2. But Timo Meier's looking around. Is anybody coming? Oh, I'm by myself, but I'm in the middle of the ice. I'm going to rip this. Watch, he pulls up. Good shot up high, and Dostal with a good glove save.
Meier stuck on 3 goals, trying to get out of a little mini slump. Off the face-off, puck is tapped to the far side, and the Ducks will chip it out to center ice as Ross Johnson, big bruising forward, dumps it out. Then he runs into Brian Hallinan as he plays it into the Ducks' end. Hallinan coming off his first NHL goal yesterday. Hamilton with a shot. That goes wide. Behind the net, it's Glendening. Moves to the corner. Double team taken down. And there's a stick caught in his waist. And finally, Mintyukov pumps the puck up to the Devils' bench area, and now it's flipped in.
First time the puck's been in the Devils' end, Matty.
We've got 2:15 gone by. And it's mostly been in the Devils' side. Here's Jack Hughes, skates behind the Devils' net, uses it as a shield, skates away from Frank Vetrano, down the left wing side, crosses the blue line, puts on the brake, sends it wide of net. After it is Jesper Brett. Zellweger gets there first, and he just clears it all the way down, and this will be an icing. So a good start for the Devils. Lots of pressure as Anaheim has struggled to get out of their own end.
They sure have, Matty. They've had one semi-breakout, and that'll be driving Joel Quenneville crazy, but he understands if there's no damage done, as you always say, it might be a mistake. No damage done. Does it really matter? No, but they're going to have to change, the Ducks are. They're going to be in trouble here.
Devils win the draw. Luke Hughes' shot goes off the stick, and it's handled by Leo Carlson. Carlson, the 20-year-old, center of the top line. Selected 2nd overall in his draft year behind Macklin Celebrini. Adam Fantilli went 3rd. Here comes Luke Hughes across the line. Wrist shot save made by Dostal. Brother Jack gets the puck back. It slides free to center ice. Dillon with it. He snaps one cross ice, and it's backhanded in by Chris Kreider.
It's just what Sheldon Keefe said. If we move Luke Hughes to his off defensive, it may unlock some offense. There again, Matty, he feels good over there. And he so desperately wants a goal. You can only imagine.
18 games now going back to last season without a goal for Luke Hughes. Here's Dawson Mercer off his 2-goal performance. Let's see, 2 shorties yesterday, 2 power play goals against San Jose. He's liked California. Dawson now with 5 goals in his last 3 games. Here comes Mercer across the line. He's got 8 goals on the season, 2nd on the team behind Jack's 9. Puck loose as it bounces up in the air, comes to Cholowski, snaps one cross ice. Nemitz comes cross ice centering, but it's picked off. And here comes Beckett Seneca. As a breakdown, Seneca moves in, shot, score! A breakdown on defense, and the rookie forward on the first shot of the game for Anaheim gives them a 1-0 lead.
His 4th goal of the season, And it was weird. And look, oh, there's going to be a clean breakaway. Then no. Then the Devils defenseman, I think it's Nemec, we'll see, is leaning on him. No, it's Cholowski. And he throws a stick just before Seneca shoots it. But how does this even go in? It went way upstairs, Matty.
Yeah.
Did it hit a stick? Or is he that good? Did he just roof it?
I think he roofed it. Maybe Jake might have roofed it. I don't know as he came out. But,
oh, yeah.
But Seneca with the goal, and it's an early lead. Now, wait a minute. The puck just went out of play. I see some players circling. I thought there was some conversation about a challenge.
Okay, he's 19. He's going to be 20 in January, right? Another third overall pick. And I think what happened there, Manny, I think Jake lunged for the puck a little bit. Then the shot went up under his armpit, his right armpit. That's why it got up so high in the net. And, Jake won't like that one.
And somehow he was able to get past Shimon Nemec and was able to fight off the check, the lean by Cholowski. So it's 1-0 Anaheim. Cutter Gauthier picking up the primary assist. Here's Siegenthaler with a drive save made. It's batted down in front by Jacob Trouba. It comes now to Kritzouk. Out to Hamilton. Cross ice to Siegenthaler with a shot that's blocked. Out of play? No. They indicated, some of the players, that it did hit the netting, but no. Play rolls on as Trouba batted it off the far glass. Both teams making a change as Palat will drop it in deep. The goal at 4:13. Gauthier the only assist. Dillon under some pressure, slides it up. Vetrano blocks it as he plays it down low. It rolls off the glass into the netting, and we will have a face-off.
Well, a big challenge here for New Jersey. We've talked about scoring that first goal. The Ducks have done it quite often, scoring first, and it helps. We talked about it last night. Getting that first goal, it settles you down. And the Ducks were, they could hardly get out of their end. Now they scored a goal. Let's see how that affects their overall play. And the Devils. Devils were on the attack early.
Face-off to the right of Jake Gallen. Glendening on the draw for the Devils. Jansen Harkins taking it for Anaheim. Glendening kicked out. Lamico will take it for the Devils. Off the draw, a shot and a save made by Allen.
Well, those two weird shots, Matty. The breakaway went in. This one here off the face-off, it's kind of sitting there, and you're not sure what's going to happen. And all of a sudden, I think it's Harkins. He just shoots it, and the left toe, the puck goes under the left foot. But it was a surprise.
Off the draw, Anaheim with it again. Minchukov moves to the far corner. Checked by Lamico. Puck comes loose along the goal line. Luke Hughes with it. Protects, can't get it out of the zone. It's knocked down at the blue line. Now it rolls free, kept alive by Minchukov. Now Vetrano in deep. He's checked by Dillon. Luke will pick up the puck, create some space, and finds Lamico driving down the center of the ice. Pass by Cotter back to Lamico is poked away and not cleared by Anaheim. Puck stays in the zone, but Johnston takes it away, and the Devils will make a change. 6 minutes gone by in the first, and they trail 1-0. Ian Moore at his own blue line. Up for Troy Terry. Terry, far side, snaps one down low, and Nemec was able to pick it off before it got to Carlson. Carlson pokes it free. Kreider centers down low. It's grabbed by Cholowski, and the Devils will break out. Here comes Brett down the left wing side. He's in. Waits. Hands it off to Jack. Skates behind the goal. To the top of the far circle for Nemec. Back to Jack. Jack sweeps it now for Cholowski. Now to Nemec. Down low in front for a tip try and a save made. As Dostal will grab it.
Well, there was some give and goes, and guys were going behind the player with the puck, and then he'd get the drop pass. And then Simon Nemec, down below the circle, makes a nice shot. He had a player in front, but again, no puck luck for the Devils to start this game. They have 5 shots, the Ducks only 2, one of which is a goal, the only goal of the game. 13:25 to go here in the first period. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Network.
No one plans on heart problems, but everyone should have a plan for them. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. With the latest technology and a highly specialized team of nurses, cardiologists, and surgeons, our network offers the most complete heart and vascular care in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. Visit rwjbh.org/heart.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
This is Andre Palat. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Devils trail 1-0, 13:25 to go in the first period. Devils were controlling play, and then suddenly on the first shot of the game, Beckett Seneca came up with his fourth goal of the year, and it's a 1-0 lead. Palat now up for Heischer, takes it across the line, drops it off, shot deflected out of play.
Right off the elbow. Good quick shot there by Gripsick. But, you got to feel, Matty, that Dostal has got to feel pretty confident playing the Devils. You mentioned he had all those saves last year. And he's good. He had 3 years with the Gulls. Some of these guys really paid their dues with San Diego Gulls, their farm team, and now they're up, and he's one of them. But he's got the right stuff, and he's a bona fide number one goalie.
Off the face-off, puck in the corner, pounded around by Gritsuk, comes to the near side. Gritsuk for Palat, out to Siegenthaler with a shot. Oh, that's fought off by Dostal. Now Gritsuk, center shot, saved by Dostal. He got the blocker on the try by Heischer, and the puck is cleared.
That's a big save, Matty.
So it stays 1-0. 8 shots for the Devils, 2 for the Ducks, but they lead 1-0. Gauthier stood up at the blue line by Siegenthaler. Here's Meyer across the line, tries to get it in front. Blocked away by Trouba, and now flipped in from center ice by Gauthier. He'll come off for a change, and the puck is picked up by Meyer. Weaves his way through center ice, goes right wing side for Pratt. Tries to create some space, but getting a stick on it and clearing it is Ryan Paley. Devils back on the attack. They gain the zone. More good stick work by the Ducks as the puck comes free, and now they'll look to break out of their own end. Olin Zellweger with it, trailed by Meyer. Crosses the blue line, plays it along the top of the boards. Comes to the near side. Here's Mercer battling to try to gain control. It's won by the Ducks. To the blue line, a shot goes wide by Zellweger. Now it's Mercer with it, trying to spin away from Nestorenko, and the Devils are finally able to clear. Well, this has been now what we thought we might see, a little bit of a racehorse brand of hockey as the crowd encourages the home team. Big hit by Harkins on Potter. Now it's Cholowski. On the near side, another hit. That's Petrano throwing a shoulder in on Cotter. To the far side it goes. Here's Lacombe. Lays it off for Harkins. He centers it, gets past Petrano. To the blue line, a long shot off the stick and wide. Now the puck rolls on the deflection through the crease. And here comes Luke Glendening. Looking for Hallinan, but Lacombe takes it away. 10:40 to go in the first. 1-0 Anaheim in front. Here they come again. Carlson for Terry. The pass was on his backhand side, and it bounced off his stick. Palat now at the blue line, bumped by Kreider. Loose in the center circle for Terry. He brings it across. Gritsuk able to take it away, and now it's dumped into Anaheim's end. Woo! It has been up and down. It has been fast-paced. Here's a chance. The puck rolled off the stick of Hamilton right to Kreider, and he's stoned by Jake Allen.
Great save. Both goalies standing tall here. Gostel made a great save earlier. He was Heischer all alone in front. I mean, it's a dandy. Oh, yeah. Through the legs pass by Gritsuk, and Gostel has made a couple of dandies, and then Jake Allen can't afford to give up another one, and he just robbed Kreider. Kreider, who returned to the lineup on Friday, missed the 4 previous games with an illness. He's got 5 goals on the season, traded over the summer from the Rangers, and now the Devils intercept. They outlet ahead. Here's Jack Hughes across the line. We get a whistle, a penalty coming up, holding on Anaheim, and the Devils will have a power play to try to tie this game up. Just what they needed. Bad penalty. Seneca who scored the goal.
Number 45, 2-minute minor, holding.
He's not going to catch Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes goes by him. Don't grab Jack Hughes in the neutral zone because it's so obvious, right? So the Devils get an opportunity to tie this game, and they need it. They played well, but they can't find the back of the net yet. 9:50 to go here in the first period. 1-0 the Ducks. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Network.
Want to know the best way to find parking for Devils games? It's easier than you think. Now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot for every Devils game. So you just drive right to the lot and have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or in the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, don't put your parking on ice. Score a hat trick by reserving your spot with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
The New Jersey Devils are all about scoring goals and making saves, and so is Citizens. Reaching a financial goal might not get the crowd on their feet like a hat trick, but just like in hockey, having a solid team behind you makes the win sweeter and much more likely. A partner like Citizens will help fans make sense of their money so they can face off against anything coming their way. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/Devils. Member FDIC.
This is Theo Meyer. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Devils didn't have a power play at all yesterday in Los Angeles. They get a chance here in the first period to tie this game at 1. That gets Seneca off to the hole. The face-off won by the Ducks, and they clear. The Devils have Dougie Hamilton out there along with Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, Dawson Mercer, and Nico Hischier. Hughes for Mercer, back to Jack. I don't think that was the intended pass by Mercer. Breakaway short-handed. Terry in. Save, another save on the rebound by Allen.
Way to go, Jake. Way to go, buddy. Those are 2 great saves, Matty.
Mercer's pass, I think, was intended to go to the point. Jack was there. The man at the point was there. And,
then Dougie got pitched off, so he was nullified. And Terry's a pretty good player. He fakes it. He goes to his right, and Jake's got to be the snake and stretch with all he can. He got the right. He got the left pad down, and I mean that's a big save, Matty, because the Ducks, they've been scoring some shorthanded goals.
Yeah, Terry himself had his first shorthanded goal in their win against Detroit on Friday.
Okay, so it's a good save. And then the rebound goes right back to Terry. Now he's got to spin around to his backhand. He can't snap it. But boy, he comes close to putting that rebound home.
Face off the offside, and Anaheim clears. Devils power play, ranked second in the National Hockey League. As they move it across, dumping it down low, puck bounces off the back of the net. Here's Stefan Nason, tied up by Mintyukov. Pucks work free to the blue line for Luke Hughes. Now it's angled to Gritsuk, back to Luke, slap shot, save, the puck is behind, Dostal rolls wide. Gritsuk out high to Luke again, goes cross ice, Meyer's shot is off the stick and out of play.
Oh, a good shot from the point, right, folks? If you're looking at the end, it's just a simple blast. Not simple, by Luke. It goes through the goalie, okay? Now you think the goalie's facing the blue line, but then he could have looked behind him, Matty. He spins his body, and the puck is stuck on his right skate, and he throws it just an inch by the post. Oh, my. What a break. What a save.
Oh, the breaks of the game. Here's Luke with a shot off the stick in front. It rolls wide. Trouba checked by Nason. Nason takes it away, bounces it to Gritsuk. Now rolling it around the bottom of the boards. It goes far side for Meyer. Devils with the man advantage, trailing 1-0. Gritsuk comes down the left side wall. Keeps a loose puck alive for Palat. Now goes to Meyer. Power play is over. Stepping out of the box is Seneca. Here's a one-timer by Meyer and a save by Dostal.
The puck is at the top of the circle if you're looking at the net on the left side. It is passed all the way down to Meyer. He's just inside the circle on the right side. And, Matty, he couldn't have hit his hole. I mean, he must have been trying to go short side where Dostal wasn't. And then as he came across, oh, he didn't get it up quite high enough, did he? That left pad stretching in the butterfly. Good butterfly push by Dostal. He made a great save again.
Devils win the draw. Here's Cotter. He's checked in the corner. 10 shots for the Devils, 5 for the Ducks. They lead 1-0. Shimon Nemec tonight playing in his 100th game. Out there defensively with Dennis Cholowski. Cotter behind the Anaheim net. Protects on the backhand. Help comes over from Seneca. He pokes it free. Now it's loose near side. Cotter tries to gain control again. McTavish takes it. Now it's Cotter again. Dancing in the corner. Moves behind the net. Watched by Moore. Spins. Backhands off the near side wall. Cholowski has to back up under some pressure from Seneca. And now offside is Anaheim.
Well, the puck was off the ice, and give Nemec credit. The Ducks are attacking, but he doesn't try to play it on the air. He takes his glove and he knocks it outside the blue line, and that put the Ducks offside. Now, you know, the Ducks are playing well, man, but I like that Radko Gudas. He's hurt, right? They got Mikhail Granlund. He's another good player, and Strome. I mean, they've got 3 fairly significant guys out, and with them in the lineup, this is a good lineup without them. But even better when they're in.
Yeah, they'll add a veteran presence. Strome hasn't played all year.
Yeah.
Out since camp. Gudas and Granlund more recently hurt. Here's Brad in deep centers. Hamilton shot deflects to the near corner. Dostal has his hand in the air. That puck must have gone off his mask. Devils in control, so they won't blow the whistle. Here's Brett. Now for Jack. Puck goes off the glass, hits the linesman. Where is it? No one can find it. Oh, now it's free for Killorn. Sends it up ahead. It's swept away off the stick of Ross Johnson. And now it's loose at center ice.
Oh, good they didn't call it. Devils are changing.
They might have been caught with too many men on the ice. Johnston plays it now for Harkins. His shot is stopped by Allen. Here's Lacombe. Lacombe out high. Spinning on Heischer. Lacombe protects, moves in deep, now behind the net, steps out far side. His pass intercepted by Dawson Mercer. Lacombe was looking for Vetrano, checks Mercer in the far corner with 5:45 to go in the first. Devils trailing 1-0 on Beckett Seneca's goal. Almost a turnover by the Devils. There is one they score. And there was a delayed penalty that was going to be called. It will not. Nico Heischer lost his stick and
Okay, so the other end, Dougie Hamilton's going to score, Matty. It hit Zellweger's stick and then hit him in the mask, remember? So if they don't score, they come down, the Ducks do, and they are moving it around. They're playing well, but wait, there's a diving pass. Who is that diving in the middle of the ice? He was going to draw the penalty. Oh, Lacombe dives. He puts it over to, is that Vetrano?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Vetrano, he's fourth line, Matty, but he roots it right under the crossbar. If he shoots it low, Jake Allen's going to get it. Jake Allen's going over in a nice butterfly, low glove pad. But Vetrano, boom, right up under the crossbar. And that was after a belly pass by Lacombe, the Minnesota boy from Eden Prairie.
Vetrano's first of the season, and it's a 2-0 Anaheim lead. Shot from the blue line by Dillon goes wide. Well, not the start you wanted, and now here's a power play coming up for Anaheim as Carlson is tripped up by Luke Hughes.
But you know, it could have been the one that goes through to Stahl, and it's on his skate, and he just kicks it wide. That could have went in. And then Dougie Hamilton, I think he's going to score.
2-minute minor, triple.
The Devil's going to be short. But as he shoots, I thought, how didn't that go in? It went up the shaft to Zellweger and then hit the goalie in the mask. All I'm saying, Matt, hockey is scary when one end are getting the breaks, the other end are not. And the Devils need some breaks now as we have a timeout, but it's 2-0. The Anaheim Ducks lead. 10 shots for the Devils, but that's not going to do it. 5:12 to go here in the first period. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
You know, whenever I drive in for a Devils game, I know exactly where I'm going to park because I reserve my spot ahead of time with Park Mobile. I don't have time to drive around looking for parking. I just use the Park Mobile app to easily reserve the spot I want. Then I drive right to that lot and there's a guaranteed spot waiting for me. It's easy. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or on the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, book your spot before you leave the house with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
An orthopedic surgeon can replace a damaged joint, but they can't replace time. For you, or for the person who has to drive you around. That's why you need a surgeon who's close to home. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we have the specialized care you need to get moving again. Do it right. Here. Visit rwjbh.org/ortho. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy. Together.
This is Shimon Nimitz. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
The Devils' 7-game pick'em plan is now available. Choose the best games on the best states to fill your schedule. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/partial plans to learn more. Devils down a man. Luke Hughes off for a trip. Power play for Anaheim. They're 2 for their last 10. 20% overall on the year as Jesper Bratt intercepts. Up ahead it goes to Glendening. Across the line. Tries to get it in front to Jesper. It's blocked by Lacombe. Now Glendening chips the puck in a little further behind the net. Lacombe with it behind his own goal. Anaheim comes out of its own end. Devils change some of the forwards.
Yeah, Olikoff and Mercer's out there. Does that mean they're going to get it shorthanded? Let's see.
They got 2 yesterday against Los Angeles. Kreider flips it now to Carlson. Out high to Lacombe as Kreider goes between the circles. Gets the puck, taps it off the corner wall for Carlson. Now it's Terry with it to the blue line for Lacombe. Near side feed for Gauthier. Back to Lacombe, still looking for his first goal. Now Gauthier, bottom of the near circle. Pass blocked away by Siegenthaler. Recovers, gives it out high. Carlson with it. 54 to go in the power play. Carlson. Now for Terry. Finds Lacombe. Out high. Gets it back near circle. Moves out toward the blue line. Finds Carlson. Gives it back. And then Lacombe takes his eye off it.
That was 6 passes. I just counted them, Manny. Did you know what their plan was? I don't know who was going to shoot. They just kept going around and around. Finally, they threw it out of the zone on their own.
So a break for the Devils. Here comes Seneca. He opened the scoring and backhands in. The rookie plays it behind the net. Nobody there for Anaheim. Dillon will clear off the glove of Benchukov. And a hand pass is called as Trouba follows up and controls it. So we'll have a whistle outside the Anaheim zone.
Okay, Seneca is a rookie, right? We're talking about. He's only 19. He's going to be 20 in January. But last year he played for the Ottawa Generals. They were good, Manny. He got 36 goals and 50 assists, 86 points. So he was drafted third. Well, now I thought, what, are they going to keep him? But when you're scoring like he is, you got it, right?
Mm-hmm. He was a bit of a surprise high pick.
Yeah.
And if you go to YouTube or any other video source of your choosing, when he is announced by Anaheim as their third pick, the big surprise is he's with his family and wide-eyed like, what? He knew he was going to go high. He just hadn't talked to Anaheim in a while and didn't think that they would pick him at 3.
But I'll tell you, that scout, if he turns out as good as he looks, that scout, I go in and ask for a raise, right? Because nobody else thought it, but I did, and I was right.
Power play is over. Hamilton behind the Devils net. Devils trail 2-0.
His mother was a terrific volleyball player. I mean, really high end. And that's kind of in the blood too, right?
Some athletic genes for sure.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Gritsuk pokes it away at the blue line from Nestorenko. And now it's on to Gritsuk in the center circle. Carries it across the line, try to drive it in deep. Blocked away by Zellweger. Puck loose at the Anaheim blue line. Now it comes back into their end. Here's Cotter with it. Devils trailing 2-0. Cotter centers. Heischer's shot is stopped by Dostal. That's the 11th shot by the Devils. He's gotten them all 8 shots and prime shots for the most part by Anaheim. And they have a 2-0 lead. Here's a drive by Meyer, saved by Dostal. Puck is loose.
That's another difficult shot, Matty. He's playing really well.
Devils control at the left point. They go far side. It's played in front. Save on the rebound by Meyer off the right pad of Dostal. Devils coming on. Dillon sends it around. Heischer, or check that, Luke Hughes, races to keep it alive. Now it's for Mercer to Meyer in the right wing corner. Minute and a half to go in the first period. Puck not cleared by Anaheim. Drive by Luke Hughes off the glass. Now it's Meyer with it. Out to Luke. Spins. He's bumped and the puck comes loose. Vetrano. He finds Nestorenko. He'll lift it in from center ice on Allen. Both teams will make a change.
And it's not Eric Nestorenko, it's Nikita. And Eric Nestorenko is one of my favorite Chicago Blackhawks. But Matty, how can the Devils have these guys at chances and not even bury one of them? Dostal would be part of the reason.
Yeah, for sure. Perfect 2-0 in his career against the Devils. Final minute of play in the first. Jack Hughes in deep. Now backhand. Oh, he was looking for Jesper, but it's blocked away and Anaheim skates out. Puck flipped in by Harkins. Handled by Cholowski. Sweeps it up ahead and the Devils look to break out. Jack's pass just a little far in front of Nason, who was able to poke it free to prevent the puck staying in the zone. Now as the Devils make a change, here comes Leo Carlson. Racing across the line, drops it off for Terry with a shot. Misses the target. Carlson could have shot. Instead, he passed to Kreider, and the puck was tipped away. There was an open net there for Carlson.
There was, but he was going by the puck, Matty.
Trouba with a shot that's tipped off of Allen by Kreider. Final 7 seconds of the period, and now as Hamilton controls, that will do it for the period. Well, now, nothing's going to happen here, but that was a bit of a lazy pass by Dougie Hamilton that got blocked at the blue line. And I think that's what Coach was talking about this morning, about getting out of their own end, and you got to be forceful. I know it doesn't matter with 2 seconds left. Get the puck out.
Does. And the Devils were really good for the first 5 minutes on playing it safe, doing the right things. But now they've been getting worn down. And like you say, it was Terry with the rebound. Carlson. But Matty, his body was going away from the net. So he couldn't shoot it, or the net's wide open. So then he did try to shovel it over to Kreider, who couldn't get to it either. But I don't know what to think. Kreider doesn't like something that's going on. But here's what I'm saying. Maybe we're upset that it's 2-0, that the Ducks got 2, but maybe we should be happy they didn't get 3 or 4, because they had some other glorious chances. But in all honesty, the Devils, 12 shots, Maddie. I think 6 to 7 were high quality, but they got nothing.
Nope, and so they regroup in the dressing room as they trail after one by a score of 2-0. Beckett Seneca and Frank Vetrano with the goals at 4:13 and 14:24 respectively. The Devils with 12 shots on Lukas Dostal. He's gotten them all, and Anaheim with 9 on Jake Allen. Each team had a power play. Neither team scored with the man advantage. On Monday, November 10th, the Devils will honor our troops during a matchup with the New York Islanders. The first 9,000 fans in attendance will receive a camo snapback hat courtesy of Prudential. Secure your seats now at NewJerseyDevils.com/tickets. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll kick off the Citizens Intermission Report. You'll hear my interview with Brian Hallinan. Yes, he scored his first NHL goal yesterday. And we talked to him about it after the game, but now, 24 hours later, as things have set in, talk to him about his feelings, talk to him about who shared the moment with him, what his plans are for that puck. You want to stick around for that, as Brian Hallinan is our guest upcoming on the Citizens Intermission Report. 2-0, Anaheim in front. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
This is Dennis Cholosky. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Welcome to the Citizens Intermission Report. I'm Matt Laughlin, and we're spending some time here in Anaheim with Brian Hallinan, who last night in L.A. scored his first NHL goal. I know, Brian, first off, congratulations. And then secondly, we talked after the game with you, and, you know, it's still fresh in your mind, and the team had won and all that sort of stuff. I'm just wondering, on the bus ride down here to Anaheim, if you reflected a little bit more on that moment. I know you don't want it, and I hope it's not your last, but it was your first, and that's a special moment. Did you think much about it last night after the game?
I mean, yeah, of course, on the trip down here from LA, I did, and you know, I answered a lot of texts from people that reached out. You know, like I said, I mean, it means a lot to me, but there's a lot of people that help out. You know, my family, you know, my wife, my parents, my, you know, friends, everyone, you know, everyone's had a piece of this, and you know, they just kind of respond to the text on the way down, but you know, today it's like, you know, it wears off and you're ready to go again. So you know, I mean, yeah, it's, you know, take a good half hour to enjoy it and on the way down, but you know, wake up this morning, it's not like, you know, you know, you're just looking to, you know, to play another game today.
Yeah, it's not going to matter tonight when they drop the puck what you did last night. It's funny, good or bad in this league, you have to flush things pretty quickly and focus on the task at hand. Did you get any text from people that were surprising? Like, hey, I hadn't heard from this person in a while, or they were moved by it because of some role they had in your career moving up, and they said, hey, it's nice to hear from him or her again.
Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of coaches and stuff that, you know, you just naturally kind of lose touch with, or you just, you know, they just haven't spoken with in many years. So, a lot of those people, they especially at the youth level, and they put in a lot of time, and they deserve a thank you for all they've done.
And for them, being even just on the periphery, having a small role, they're happy for you, but they must feel they're a little bit of a part of it too. And that's got to make them feel so good, because how often do you touch, if you will, an NHL player who winds up scoring a goal? Yeah, obviously. They're instrumental in making, minor hockey or youth hockey go. And, in Minnesota, there's, it's kind of a town-based system, and there's a lot of coaches that they're still coaching today. Lance Reynolds and a lot of those guys, they put in a lot of time, and they have a big part in developing hockey players and all that. So they're instrumental in making all this whole thing go. We know your wife plays an incredibly important role in your life, and just a wonderful mother to your children. If I can ask, what was her reaction? Or did she say, I knew it was going to happen, or was she just overly emotional about the whole thing? Yeah. I mean, it's probably, there's probably not too many guys that are, don't score their first goal till after they're married. But, obviously it means a lot to her too. Me being, entering the league a lot older than most guys. And, of course she's instrumental in taking care of the kids and supporting me, and just being there the whole time, and I couldn't be more grateful. Yeah, she's part of the grind too. Last one, when we let you go, now that it's happened, have you thought about where it's going to go and how you're going to display it? No, I'm not. Don't put it in a drawer. I mean, that's probably where it'll go. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't really have any personal accomplishments on out for display, I guess. I don't know. It's just it probably will just be in a drawer, and that's if someone asks to see it, then I'll pull I'll pull it out for them to see. But to be honest with you, I'm not really. I probably won't have it out for display in the living room. Put a big spotlight on it. That wouldn't be Brian Hallen. And I'll let you go on this. There's only one thing better than scoring your first. That's scoring the second, to prove it's no fluke. We wish you the best of luck in doing that. And thanks very much for your time. Congratulations again. Thanks, Matt. Brian Hallen, and joining us on the Citizens Intermission Report. We'll have more after this from Anaheim on the Devils Hockey Network.
Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search PlayStar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get New Jersey Devils tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the New Jersey Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Devils.
This is Timo Meyer. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Back to the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. I'm Matt Laughlin. This is the Citizens Intermission Report. After one, the Devils trail by a score of 2-0 as the Anaheim Ducks scored an early goal and then, won with about 5 minutes to go. There was some terrific Devils opportunities, but Beckett Seneca and Frank Vetrano able to score for Anaheim, and they lead 2-0. So here's how things unfolded as the Devils were looking to make it 2 in a row from a win standpoint. It could still happen, but as I mentioned, an early goal gave Anaheim the 1-0 lead. Puck loose as it bounces up in the air, comes to Cholowski, snaps one cross ice. Nemitz comes cross ice centering, but it's picked off. And here comes Beckett Seneca. As a breakdown, Seneca moves in, shot, score! A breakdown on defense, and the rookie forward on the first shot of the game for Anaheim gives them a 1-0 lead. He got a step on Nemitz. Cholowski coming over a little too late, pushed and leaned on him, but the rookie scoring his fourth goal of the season at 4:13 made it 1-0 in favor of the Ducks. The Devils had a power play when Seneca went off at 10:10 for a holding penalty on Jack Hughes, trying to equalize things. It almost went the other way. Jake Gallen kept it 1-0. Dawson Mercer and Nico Hischier. Hughes for Mercer, back to Jack. I don't think that was the intended pass by Mercer. Breakaway short-handed. Terry in. Save, another save on the rebound by Allen.
Way to go, Jake. Way to go, buddy.
The president of the Goalies Union, Chico Resch, supportive of Jake Gallen. And what had happened is there were two players along the boards very close to that pass from Dawson Mercer, Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton. Dougie tried to pinch in a little bit. Well, he didn't get to the puck, and the race went the other way. And Troy Terry, who scored a shorthanded goal on Friday, his first career shorty, almost had number 2 in as many games, but Jake Gallen kept it at a 1-0 score. The Devils down. They do not score on that power play. Anaheim had a power play at 14:48. Luke Hughes was called for a trip. They did not score. The man between the pipes for the Anaheim Ducks, Lukas Dostal. He's a 25-year-old from the Czech Republic. He's 2-0-0 lifetime against the Devils, and boy, he looked good in the first period too. Dumping it down low, puck bounces off the back of the net. Here's Stefan Mason, tied up by Menchukov. Puck's worked free to the blue line for Luke Hughes. Now it's angled to Gritsuk, back to Luke, slap shot, save! The puck is behind, Dostal rolls wide. Gritsuk out high to Luke again, goes cross ice. Meyer's shot is off a stick and out of play. It was a near goal for the Devils as the shot was stopped by Dostal. He didn't know where it was. It turns out it was underneath his right skate. He turned to his right, so as he turned to his right, his legs went to the left, and the puck came off his skate and just missed going into the net. But it went wide, and the Devils not able to score. Before the period was over, Anaheim made it 2-0. Lacombe out high, spinning on Hischier. Lacombe protects, moves in deep, now behind the net, steps out far side. His pass intercepted by Dawson Mercer. Lacombe was looking for Vetrano, checks Mercer in the far corner with 5:45 to go in the first. Devils trailing 1-0 on Beckett Seneca's goal. Almost a turnover by the Devils. There is one, they score. Well, there was a pass up the middle from behind the goal line. Jackson Lacombe tied up Nico Hischier, who, as it turns out, hooked or held. It was going to be a delay. It was a delayed penalty that never got called because Lacombe, as he went down to the ice, from the ice was able to sweep the puck to Vetrano, who roofed it, and it was a 2-0 Anaheim lead on Vetrano's first of the season at 14:24. Lacombe picking up the only assist, and Anaheim has a 2-0 lead after one period of play. The out-of-town scoreboard is presented by Premio Sausage, real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. Matthew Schaefer scored twice, and the Islanders beat Columbus by a score of 3-2. More than that, his second goal of the game was followed 29 seconds by Simon Holmstrom's game-winning goal, as Schaefer's second tied it at 2. Those goals came in the final 1:07 of the third period. So Columbus, 67 seconds away from a victory, wind up not even getting a point as Schaefer and Holmstrom scored 29 seconds apart. The Islanders beat Columbus by a score of 3-2. Jake Gensel snapped a 2-2 tie late in the third period. Tampa Bay wins its fifth straight as they defeat Utah by a score of 4-2. The Mammoth, after a 7-game winning streak, have now lost 2 in a row. After 2 periods of play in Philadelphia, Calgary leads by a score of 1-0. Jonathan Huberdeau with his third goal of the season. Yegor Sharangovich, the former Devil, picking up the primary assist. Calgary 2-9-2 on the season, last in the National Hockey League with just 6 points, but they've got the 1-0 lead after 2 in Philadelphia. And after 1, up the coast a little bit in San Jose, the Sharks and the Red Wings are scoreless. Sign up today for Devils Alerts to receive mobile and email alerts for tickets and offers, resales, promotions, news, events, surveys, and more. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/Devils Alerts. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, Chico Resch will rejoin me in the booth as we get ready for the start of period number 2. You've been listening to the Citizens Intermission Report on the Devils Hockey Network.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not insurance.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video. Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
This is Brian Hallinan, and you're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Gave me some insight.
Back here at the Honda Center, Matt Laughlin along with Chico Resch. Mike Boyle is our engineer. Kamaya Yearling is our producer at Skyview, and Kyle McKenna is watching things long distance from home, actually listening to us as he is a supporter of the Devils Hockey Network as he keeps stats in this game.
Yeah, and Matty, I'll say it again, it's never a 60-minute game. It's 3 20-minute games, okay? Devils did some good things in the first period, but they fell behind 2-0. That can't happen. But this can be a different story the second period. So I hope you get to describe a couple of Devils goals coming up here, Matty.
Well, that would be nice. Luke Hughes led the way with 3 shots in the first period for the Devils. Here's his brother Jack. To the blue line, Siegenthal over the shot. That's blocked to the corner by Lacombe, taken by Leo Carlson. Knocks it out to center ice. Devils in control there. Lifted in by Nason. But a little too far for Jack as Lacombe will handle it. Lacombe last month signed an 8-year, $72 million extension for the Anaheim Ducks as Terry drives one wide of net. Now Trouba flips it around.
Well, you're seeing it all the time, those long-term contracts, right, Manny?
Yep.
They don't want to lose those guys to free agent in 3 or 4 years. So that's what they do.
Here's a pass out in front. Pratt is denied as the puck deflects out of play. He was wide open in front.
Oh, he's frustrated. You're looking at the net a little bit to the right, just inside the bottom of the circle. He gets the pass. He's all alone. Oh, he shanked it. Does Stell get it, or does it hit the crossbar, or what happens here? Pratt all alone shoots. Oh, no, he shanked it.
Yeah, all the way up and out of play.
Oh, no. And no, it was maybe bobbling a little bit. I'll tell him that. Here we go.
Turnover by the Ducks. Here's Heischer. Now it's Mercer in the corner. Early in the second, Devils trail 2-0. Back home for Montreal on Thursday, trying to end this road trip at an even 2 wins and 2 defeats. Now it's Anaheim across the line. Oh, nice nifty play by Seneca. Tries to touch one home. Denied by Allen. Oh, he's got that long reach and made a pretty move.
Yeah, I mean, he addresses Luke Hughes.
Long drive from the blue line by Gauthier, blocked away in front. Dillon blocks a drive from the far wall by Moore. And now it's Luke with it. Shovels it up, but not out. Kept alive by Minchukov from McTavish in the corner. Skates behind the net. Looks to slide it to Seneca. Meyer deflected it to the far wall. Now Meyer steps into Trouba at the blue line, but he keeps it alive. And Anaheim scores from a sharp angle. The puck was played down to the corner, and Cutter Gauthier from the goal line beats Jake Allen. It's 3-0.
Okay, if you're looking at the net, Gauthier's got the puck, like Matty says, around the goal line, right? On the far side, there is McTavish. And I think Jake Allen and Luke Hughes thinks he's going to try to pass it. Now, Jake is against the post, Matty, okay? He's going to try to stop the pass with his stick. No, he didn't. It went short side. I thought it hit a stick and went in. I was wrong. Gauthier shot that puck. He was going for the goal, and he got it.
7th of the season for Cutter Gauthier, 1:54 in. And honestly, isn't that how this game has gone? The Devils have some control, but then suddenly, once the puck comes in their end, things fall apart, and Anaheim looks awfully dangerous, and they've made it 3-0.
Well, if Bratt scored, it's 2-1.
Yeah.
Instead, he misses, goes over the netting, and down the other end, a bad goal against Jake Allen. Oh, I feel bad for Jake.
And Luke Hughes couldn't get the puck out of the zone. It's blocked by Minchukov, keeps it alive, little things.
And it started with that great move.
Yeah. Here's Hamilton, slap shot, that's steered wide by Dostal. Now at the blue line, the puck rolls free to center ice, and so Siegenthaler has to pick it up. The Devils regroup. Quick pass by Hamilton for Nason. Gaining the zone. Backhands one on the net. It was a soft one. Handled easily by Dostal, and we'll have a face-off.
Matt, it's why you will hear me say, and I know fans might not like it, I don't care about how many scoring chances. I don't care about, like, your bad luck. I mean, I do, because that dictates the game. But if you broke down this game on video and didn't show any of the goals, only showed which team had the highest quality scoring chances, you're going to say, oh, Devils must have won that. They must have went way ahead. But they can't find any luck. They can't score. And a couple bad ones against. And here's Luke. He was standing still. That's why he got beat.
Seneca made a move and froze him, and then a little toe-picking action. He went down, and that set in motion that goal.
Well, don't get me wrong, Matty. He was flat-footed. That's why he couldn't move. And I have to look to see why he was flat-footed. But if you're flat-footed, you got that kid coming down on you. You ain't stopping him. You're going to dive like Luke did, but that's not the right way.
Glendening across with the shot save, no rebound. Seneca came in, Allen made the save, and the Devils never got the puck out of the zone, and eventually Seneca credited with the secondary assist, Jacob Trouba the primary, Cutter Gauthier. How about that trade? His 7th. Gauthier drafted by the Flyers, made it known he didn't want to play for Philly. He wasn't going to sign. They pleaded with him, they cajoled, they sent players to world champion or management to world championship to talk to him. He said, no, I'm not going to sign.
Okay, but here's the reason. I know he didn't sign, but why? He says he was such a big Penguin fan. He didn't want to sign with their rivals. And you know his dad was a goalie. That's the only thing. That might tell you why he's so opinionated or whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm going to call you know what on I didn't want to sign with them because I'm a Pittsburgh fan. That sounds good, but I don't think in reality that's the case. Here's Brett with it. Anyway, Philly said we got to get something, and they traded him to Anaheim for Jamie Drysdale.
It's a good trade. I mean, if you got to trade him. But no one's ever came out with another reason. And I agree, Matty. You know?
And he has not given one. He just said,
Pittsburgh, he said, I was a Pittsburgh fan. I wasn't going to go to Philly. And then they said, well, it's because of John Tortorella or Kevin Hayes or something. He says, no, that was not it. So I don't know.
You know what? If the reason, well, we'll continue here. Penalty coming up on Anaheim. Meyer was high-sticked, and so the Devils will have a power play. I mean, Jackie Robinson was traded from the Dodgers to the Giants, and he retired. He's at the end of his career rather than play with the longtime hated rivals of the Dodgers. But young kid, not playing in the NHL, I don't know.
Well, no, I agree, but you have to admit, Matt, you're seeing how different the NHL is now. Oh, my, you know what? The stick isn't the duck stick, it's Brendan Dillon.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? They're going to look at it?
Yeah. After discussion with the officials, it was the own player's stick who made contact. There's no penalty on the play.
Yeah, the crowd's booing because they didn't want to listen to the explanation. But they liked the call, and it was the right one.
Yeah. But you know, that's like, I mean, even Calgary was going in the right direction, but Kachuk said, I don't want to play here anymore. When a player says you don't want to play nowadays, what are your options? Like with...
but at least he played there.
No, but when he left, they wanted to keep him. Their whole team has fallen apart. Johnny Gaudreau wanted to leave. I'm just saying, they were the ones, it wasn't Calgary that wanted to let them go, but you can't go against the player if he says, I don't want to play here.
I agree, but give me a reason. Puck goes out of play. And Gauthier hadn't even played.
No, but what?
So, I mean, Kachuk had some bona fides.
No, but he would say, what's that got to do with it? I'm going to do it now.
Yeah.
But I just think
it's his right, and I don't have any problem with it. I just don't believe it's because he grew up a Pittsburgh Penguins fan.
But, you know, it may not, and how would I know? But I don't know. I thought, why would you do that to the Flyers? They're a great organization. I don't know why he would, and I never heard. But you're right. It turned a lot of people against him. But he doesn't care now, does he?
No, and I think as icing is called on the Devils, he's got now 11 points on the season, and he's going to be here for a bit. 21-year-old, born in Sweden, but grew up in the West in Arizona. His dad was playing in the Swedish leagues as the puck is shot from the blue line, blocked away. Here comes Timo Meyer, possible breakaway. He moves in, can't get a shot off, getting back was Ian Moore. And now it's Anaheim on the counter. Gauthier for McTavish. McTavish far circle with a shot. Glove save by Allen. Oh, sneaky shot. Good, powerful shot by McTavish. Nice glove save by Jake.
Well, you know, Matty, as we're watching this game, you know, it can go both ways, but the Devils, they're just so need a break, right? And they haven't got one. And until you score, you will say, come on, boys, we can get one. But you got to get one, and then you could say, okay, you know, the momentum has changed. But until you get that goal, nothing's changed, and they know that, so they got to keep trying.
Off the face-off, Devils look to clear. It's knocked down at the blue line, played by Killorn, swept away by Siegenthaler as the puck goes deep into the Anaheim end. 14:50 to go in the second. Devils trail 3-0. Nesterenko stood up at the blue line. Gritsuk with it. Nesterenko was born in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Played hockey at Lawrenceville Prep.
Yeah. Lived in Coney Island, wherever that was.
That's in Brooklyn?
Yeah, you know, but I didn't know that Coney Island had good areas to live in, like for a kid like that.
Here's Nesterenko. Up to Ryan Palin. Moves across the line, finds a trailer, gets the pass back, tries to feed it back to Lacombe, and the pass is blocked away.
Nice play by Dougie Hamilton. I mean, the guys are trying, the Devils, but they've got to get either a great play or a luck shot. They need something. 17 shots, Matty, and I would say 10 of them dandies. No goal.
Trailing 3-0, 13:50 to go in the second. Jack Hughes sidesteps Ross Johnson at the Devils' blue line. Now Jack In the Anaheim end, banks one down low for Neeson, chips it to the corner. He's checked on the play by Trouba, and now it's Johnston outletting to center ice. Puck grab there by Luke, banks one for Neeson. Now for Jack, moves in with a shot, save, rebound! Covered up by Gaston.
A 3-on-1.5 going over the blue line. And Stefan Neeson gets on the right side if you're looking at the net. And he lays it to Jack, who's going down the slot, Matty. And I don't know, did the back-checking duck get a stick on it at all? I don't know, but I thought, okay, here's the goal. But Jack gets robbed, and so the score remains the same. 3-0. Ducks over the Devils. 13:26 to go here in the second. You are listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
The New Jersey Devils are all about scoring goals and making saves, and so is Citizens. Reaching a financial goal might not get the crowd on their feet like a hat trick, but just like in hockey, having a solid team behind you makes the win sweeter and much more likely. A partner like Citizens will help fans make sense of their money so they can face off against anything coming their way. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/devils. Member FDIC. NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get New Jersey Devils tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the New Jersey Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Devils.
This is Luke Hughes. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Here's the quiz question for tonight, and boy, if you get this one, bonus points galore. Shimon Nemitz is playing in his 100th game, so the question is, who was the last Devils defenseman who scored in his 100th NHL game? And we'll have the answer a little later on in the period. Now, he did play for the Ducks briefly, so there is a connection to tonight's game. Devils trailing 3-0, 13-13 to go in the second period. Goals by Seneca, Vetrano, and Gauthier. Here's Brett racing into the Anaheim end. Drops it off. Here's now Neeson with a chance. His shot goes off the stick of Hellison and out of play.
See there again, man. A good 3-on-2. Brett, Hughes, and Neeson. It's on the left side. But then Neeson goes to the slot. He gets the pass. He's going to rip it, and it hits the shaft of the defenseman's stick. I don't know how many blocked shots the Ducks have tonight, but I know Matty will tell me. But the goalie's been hot. The defense have helped tremendously with blocking shots, and then there's been some great luck going on, too.
Off the draw, Nemitz with it. 10 block shots for Anaheim in this game.
Okay.
Now Cholowski. Backhands down low. Behind the net, it's Hallinan. Moves away from McTavish. Tries to bank one to the blue line, but it's intercepted, and Anaheim moves out. Good play by Glendening getting back. He interrupts the play, but now it's Gauthier with a drive that goes wide. Minchukov with a shot that goes off of Nemitz and bounds around the boards out to the blue line. 12:25 to go in the second period, and the Devils need something to happen quickly. Yes, I mean, there is time, but here's a pass out in front and a drive, and Allen makes the save. Seneca with the setup.
Well,
he saves 3-0.
Well, you can see why the Ducks, Patty Verbeek and his staff, like Seneca. He could score. He can find openings. He's got some grit. That was the other thing I just said to Patty. I just went and saw Patty Verbeek. Great ex-Devil. Said he lived with Kenny Danico. I said, you seen Kenny? Yeah, we lived together. That was a Kurt Pollard, Kenny Danico, the early years. But he said he liked Seneca's got a little bit of grit. And you're going to need that, right, man? Unless you're totally lights out offensively.
Yeah. In this league, you still need some of that.
Yes.
Seneca, 6'3", 206 pounds, 19 years old, so he'll fill out.
Well, he will get stronger.
Yep. And he's already got the bona fides with a good start to his NHL career. 4 goals in the early going for Beckett Seneca.
And he proved that he could score in junior. That's the thing. He's got the scoring time.
Alex Killorn tied up by Heischer. Mercer comes away with it. Mercer at center ice tries to backhand in, and it's blocked by Zellweger. Like, those are the little things.
Yeah.
They're not so little.
No, the turnover at the blue line, no.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was going to be a pretty good line rush.
Now Amico with it. Hands it off Hamilton. Flips one on that save. Rebound covered up quickly by Dostal. And we'll have a face-off. I mean, simple things like that. Get the puck out, get the puck in.
You know, but don't you find, Matty, it's confidence. If they were up 3-0, I don't think we see that play at the blue line. We're going to carry it in. They're going to say, I'm going to do something. Here, it's sort of like, I'm not feeling great. You take it. That's not you. You say, well, why are they doing that? I get it, but if you know the difference between having confidence and not, you know what we're talking about.
Off the draw, Anaheim with it. Lacombe banks it up. It's picked off at the blue line by Luke Hughes. He backhands in deep, but nobody there for the Devils. Now it's swept around out to center ice by Hellison. Picked up by Dillon. He can't get it out of the zone. Here's Harkins banking one to the blue line. Now it comes to Lacombe. Long wrist shot. Never got through. Hit Johnston and swept out to center ice. Anaheim would be offside if they played the puck, so the Devils have it. Here's Dillon. Now for Dritsu. Slides it left wing side for Palat. Around it comes near side. Dritsu checked on the play. Double team. And now as it comes free, Hellison will roll after it and just lift it clear and pass Dillon all the way down, and we get an icing. Calling all students, sign up and receive exclusive access to discounted Devils tickets all season long using your .edu email address. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/studentrush to sign up today. So if you're not going to get the break, I guess you got to create them. And I know confidence, I'm always amazed how quickly it can ebb. I mean, this is a team that just a short while ago was on an 8-game winning streak.
And are coming off a very good effort in LA.
Yeah.
Last night.
Jack Hughes wins the draw. Cholowski finds Nemitz in for a shot that deflects off of Lacombe. Loose picked up by Brett. Ties it in deep. Good work by Jesper keeping it alive. Nason in the far corner. Tried to get it to the blue line. It's intercepted. And Vetrano, who has one of the 3 goals, backhands in.
John Gibson was in here with Detroit. He was here a long time. I can see it. No offense.
Oh, turnover. Nemitz hands it off. And Kreider is robbed as he broke in on Jake Allen. Now a chance for Terry with a shot blocked it away. Oh, bad pass by Nemitz. He went one side to the other, and just inside the blue line, it was picked off. Still pressure. Slap shot, Trouba. That's deflected out of play.
All right. Big save by Jack. And I don't know what Kreider is. He's complained a couple times to the referees. What would this one be?
Well, this one is the whistle blew because the puck apparently went out of play.
Yeah.
But the puck then bounded out of touching either the net, well, it must have been the netting, and it landed in the crease.
Oh, and he wanted the play to continue?
Yeah, he's saying that maybe it didn't go out. That's I'm trusting that's what he's complaining about.
Yeah, I got to say something about Nemitz, but I will say it, and I love the guy. We'll say it after this break. 9:40 to go here in the second. 3-0. The mighty, not the mighty, they're just the Ducks. The Ducks lead the mighty Devils, who aren't mighty tonight, 3-0. And we'll be right back. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Network.
The New Jersey Devils are all about scoring goals and making saves, and so is Citizens. Reaching a financial goal might not get the crowd on their feet like a hat trick, but just like in hockey, having a solid team behind you makes the win sweeter and much more likely. A partner like Citizens will help fans make sense of their money so they can face off against anything coming their way. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/devils. Member FDIC.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get New Jersey Devils tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the New Jersey Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Devils.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
This is Connor Brown. You are listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Devils trail 3-0. Carson flips one in front, saved by Allen on Moore, who came down the far side. Now to the blue line to Terry Demchukov. Slap shot save. Rebound comes to Meyer. Now it's Mercer. He looks to clear, and he sends it into the Anaheim bench inadvertently. He almost hit Ryan McGill, who was a coach for the Devils until not being renewed, and now is in charge of the defense of the Anaheim Ducks as Brad Shaw has taken over in that role with the Devils.
Yeah, nice save by Jake Allen. That's why I feel bad, man. He should have had the one goal. The other one iffy. But he's made some great saves, too. And I think he knows he cannot give up another. He can't go 4-0. And he made sure he got that left shoulder up and made a great save on a cross-ice pass.
That Kreider... prior to that, Kreider intercepts a pass from Nemitz and came in all alone, and Jake had to make the save. I don't know what Nemitz was necessarily thinking about. That is not a pass you want to make most times. You better be sure if you do.
You know what I think happens, Matty? You see the play earlier, then you get the puck. You think it's still there, but the Duck player's seeing what he's thinking too. He steps in the middle and picks it off.
Kreider was denied. Kept it at 3-0. Dillon to Luke Hughes, and he shanks his shot, and it rolls free, and here's McTavish. Well, that's a little emblematic of some of the things that have happened today.
Yeah.
There have been opportunities, but Dostal has clamped them down, and then there's been some mistakes and errors. Here's Brett, takes it away at the side of the net, but the puck rolls free. Well. 8:10 to go in the second. Devils trailing 3-0. It was 2-0 after one. Seneca and Vetrano with the goals, then Gauthier scoring here from the goal line.
Yeah, that wasn't the best, and Jake knows it, And the Devils haven't been super explosive except in Denver, and they need that kind of outburst here.
Yeah. Here comes Brett. Out high, gives it off. Cholowski slides it for the bomb by Nason, wide off the glass, and it comes all the way down.
And Steph knows. You're at way on the left side, but you got two guys in front. If you hit the net, so many good things can happen, but they're pressing a little bit, I know.
Jack across the line, looks around, comes near side for Nemitz with a pass in front, looking for Hallinan. Just past his extended stick, and now it's Vetrano racing into the Devils end. Finds a trail of Johnston. He has it poked away nicely by Jack Hughes. So if you think he doesn't play defense, you're just not watching. Here's Cotter now in the zone. He goes cross ice. Hamilton plays it off the wall. Slides it toward the corner, but it is cleared by Ian Moore and goes off the glass and out of play.
Well, the Ducks dodged one there. They're on a 3-on-2. It's okay, you're on the fourth line. You should not be trying to make cross-ice backdoor passes. I didn't mean it was way outside the circle. But the Devils picked it off and almost went the other way. But nothing, Matty, is seemingly going right for the Devils. Like that cross-up, Nemitz had it, and he passed it. And whoever was driving the net, he could have got a stick on it. It's in the net, but it just was a little bit ahead of him.
Brian Hallinan looking for his second NHL goal. Elsewhere, In the NHL, the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Premium Sausage, real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. Calgary shutting out the Flyers 2-0. Under 6 minutes to go in Philadelphia. No score in the second. Detroit and San Jose. Everything else final. Everything else meaning a couple of games. The Islanders scored 2 late goals. They come from behind and beat Columbus 3-2. Matthew Schaefer with 2 goals. He tied it up. And then 29 seconds later, Simon Holmstrom scored the game-winning goal. That was in the final minute 7 of the game.
Wow, they're on a hot streak. And even San Jose, they got outplayed last night. Mackenzie Blackwood played his first game. He lost it in overtime. But they won again, even though they were outplayed. And that's kind of seems to be their MO, right? Just scoring goals at the right time. Paying off for them.
It does. The Devils could use some timely scoring now. Yes. They gave up an early goal in the first. Not as early as earlier on this trip, but still 4:13 in. They're down 1-0 on Beckett Seneca's goal.
Yeah. Breakaway after not even having the puck in the Devils' zone much the first 5 minutes.
You're right. McTavish across the line. Backhand pass near side. Seneca sweeps it to the blue line. Zellweger's shot is blocked by Lamico, and out to center ice it goes. 21 Devil shots, 17 for Anaheim. And the Ducks in control. These teams will play next in December at Prudential Center. Devils have done much better recently at home against the Ducks, but here it's been trouble. 1-3 in their last 4. Korn sends one from behind the net out front. It comes to Zellweger with a shot that goes wide. Glove side, it bounces off the glass in front. And Nestorenko couldn't find it at his skates. Jack with it. Just chops it toward the blue line. It doesn't get out of the zone, though. Here's Nestorenko. Finds a man in front. The shot is blocked by Tolofsky. Rebound. Stopped by Allen. Oh, how he did that, I don't know. He just reacted to find it. He's down on his right side. I hope he's not hurt. No, just slow to get up.
That's where the puck was. It was on the blocker's side, trapped. But here's the puck is on the left side. It goes to the right, Matty, and then it goes back to the left. He doesn't see it, but he feels it hit him. I mean, there's half the net. Nestorenko hits it, but he doesn't. But then Jake's worried about if it's going to hit me and ricochet in, and he's trying to squeeze it, and he does with his blocker. He falls off it. That could be a big save, but Devils are going to have to do a little more at the other end because they're down by 3 0 Ducks. 4:57 to go here in the second period. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
Want to know the best way to find parking for Devils games? It's easier than you think. Now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot for every Devils game. So you just drive right to the lot and have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or in the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, don't put your parking on ice. Score a hat trick by reserving your spot with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
This is Jesper Bratt. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Devils trailing 3-0. Here's a loose puck. Anaheim moves in, and a rising shot from Ryan Paling over the crossbar and off the glass. Seneca, Vetrano, Gauthier, the goal scorers. Gauthier scored just after Jesper Bratt from about 20 feet out. Had a great scoring chance, and he just elevated it out of play.
And that's a major turning point. Instead of being 2-1, it's then turning into 3-0.
Yeah. Now, that's assuming that Dostal wouldn't have stopped the shot, because he's been pretty good at stopping everything today.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with my theory. But you're right.
I know.
It's more hopeful than actual fact.
Yeah. Under 4 minutes to go in the second. And the Devils down 3-0. And the pace of this game now is really turned in Anaheim's favor. They'll try to score more goals. They don't have to. The Devils have to find the energy in a back-to-back situation. And it will only come one way, Chico.
Get a goal. Yep, you're right, Matty. That's it.
Mercer around to Dillon. Near side feed for Luke Hughes. Spins down the near wall. Upended by Johnston. Maybe a penalty. None was called. And here's Vetrano at center ice backhanding in.
Well, Johnson's the one guy, he's strong. You mentioned it, right? And he will push on you with the body rather than just the stick, and that's what he did to Luke.
6'5", 230 pounds.
Yeah. He doesn't have to push that hard, does he?
No.
To throw you off balance, and that's what he did to Luke.
3 minutes now to go. Stay with us for the Citizens Intermission Report. Comes up at the end of the second period. Devils trying to get a little life at the end. As Mercer redirects in, but Zellweger will handle.
Okay, coach is going to the big lineup, right? No, sorry, my fault. He sure went off. I thought he was going to go with Heath, Pratt, and Hughes. He's sticking with his lines.
Yeah, we may see some changes in the third, of course.
Yeah.
Devils don't play again until Thursday, so why not?
Yeah.
Got to get something. Bank pass ahead by Cholowski for Pratt. Gains the zone, moves in deep, skates behind the net, flips one in front, looking for Jack, but getting a piece with McTavish and back the other way at Seneca. Tries to get around the defenseman. Cholowski did not, but still backhanded one wide.
That Seneca's good, isn't he?
Oh, he is.
I didn't realize I hadn't seen him.
Now a wrist shot from the blue line off the stick of Seneca. It comes to Minchukov. 1:59 to go. Now it's Gauthier with it along the left wing wall with a wrist shot knocked down in front by Nemitz. Quickly gets it ahead to Jack. But as the puck rolls free, it was taken by Seneca. He moves back across the line.
I didn't realize he's that big, man. That's the positive. Besides his skill level, that size comes into factor.
Yeah, and that long reach, 6'3", 206.
Yes.
He's made some nifty moves. We'll have the quiz answer at the next whistle, even if it's the end of the period. And that was...
We're not getting a guess?
No. Who was the last Devils defenseman to score in his 100th career NHL game? And again, if you get it, more power to you. And it's asked because he played for the Devils and the Ducks, and Shino Nemitz is playing in his 100th game today. Maybe he'll get it wrong. Shot off the glass by Nestorenko. Puck still in the zone. Here's Gritsuk with it. Oh, he drops it off to Hamilton. Oh, Dougie recovered and cleared. Now, that's one I thought Gritsuk could have taken it out to center ice.
Yeah, that's what I mean, Matty. When you're confident you want the puck, when you're not, like there, he could have carried it. Why did you give it away? Well, I thought he's going to be more confident than I am. I'll give it to him. No, you've got to take charge. Oh,
Gritsuk across the line, shoulder down by Harkins. He loses the stick in the process, and he skates to the Devils bench.
Well, the fourth line for the Ducks have been a force. Harkins there, and earlier it was Johnston. I mean, they're playing the body, and why wouldn't they?
Final seconds of the period ticking down. Puck in the Ducks' end. Now they grab a loose puck, and that's it. They will skate off the final few, and the Devils will skate down the runway, or walk down the runway, head to the dressing room, and it's 3-0.
I hope it's not going that bad that they try to skate down the runway. I know what you mean, but the way it's going tonight, you couldn't be sure. You want to give that trivia question now or not?
Yeah. So the answer to the question is, and he did it against Pittsburgh on February 22nd, 1991.
Okay.
Alexei Kazatonov.
Oh.
Played with the Devils. Devils from 89 to 92-93, and then spent part of the 93-94 season with the Ducks. Thus the connection.
Okay.
And unless you're related to Alexei, there's probably no way. And even if you are, there's probably no way you got the answers to that one.
No, that was way out of my realm. But
let's hope that Shimon Nemitz can join him with a goal in his 100th game, and Tommy Abeling and Bruce Driver, who also scored in their 100th game. And a couple of guys by the name of Craig Norwich, Rob Ramage, Barry Beck.
Shoot the puck, Barry.
That's it, baby. But at any rate, Nemitz will have to do it in the third period. And the Devils need not just that, but they would need two more to at least force overtime. Anyway, in this National Hockey League day and age, 3 goals is not impossible, but you got to do it in 20 minutes, and we'll see what happens. So the Devils are down 3-0. Goals by Beckett Seneca, Frank Vetrano, and Cutter Gauthier. The first 2 in the first period. Gauthier early in the second here as he scored from the goal line. And Jake Allen certainly would want that one back, but nonetheless, it's on the board. It counts. And the Devils find themselves down 3-0 after 2. Time for the Citizens Intermission Report. It comes your way after this timeout on the Devils Hockey Network.
The New Jersey Devils are all about scoring goals and making saves, and so is Citizens. Reaching a financial goal might not get the crowd on their feet like a hat trick. Just like in hockey, having a solid team behind you makes the win sweeter and much more likely. A partner like Citizens will help fans make sense of their money so they can face off against anything coming their way. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/Devils. Member FDIC.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
This is Brendan Dillon, and you are listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
The Devils trying to end this 4-game road trip on a winning note, but they've got a big hill to climb. They are down 3-0 after 2. And this game coming just 24 hours or so after they defeated LA yesterday, winning by a score of 4-1. There was an empty netter, but it was a 3-1 Devils lead until then. The point being, it was a better effort against an LA Kings team that ended the Devils' 2-game losing streak, but now they're in danger of dropping 3 out of 4 on this Western trip as they prepare to head home to take on the Montreal Canadiens on Thursday. The out-of-town scoreboard is presented by Premio Sausage, real Italian sausage, real Italian taste. The way sausage should be. 4 other games in the National Hockey League. 2 are done, and 1's about to be done. Actually, 3 have concluded now as the Calgary Flames have defeated the Philadelphia Flyers by a score of 2-1. Calgary, the fewest points in the National Hockey League coming in, but they got 2 goals from Jonathan Huberdeau. Travis Konechny scored late for Philadelphia, and the Flyers suffer a 2-1 loss at home against the Calgary Flames. Elsewhere today, it was Tampa. They seem to have righted the ship a bit. They win their 5th in a row. They beat Utah by a score of 4-2. The Mammoth have now lost 2 straight after they had won 7 in a row. Jake Gensel snapping the 2-2 tie, getting the game-winning goal. And it was the Islanders at home edging Columbus 3-2. Matthew Schaefer, the outstanding rookie defenseman, #1 pick in June's draft for the Islanders, scored twice. He scored with 1:07 left to tie it at 2. Simon Holmstrom scored 29 seconds later. And the Islanders, a bit of an improbable come-from-behind victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets. 39 shots on goal for the Islanders, just 22 for Columbus, as the Islanders improve their record to 6-5-1. And a big-time win at home against Columbus. Columbus, with the loss, falls to 7-5-0, and they stay with 14 points and are in third in the Metropolitan Division. So that's what happened in the league. What is happening in the league is taking place north of here in San Jose, where the Sharks are skating against the Detroit Red Wings, and the Ducks have... the Sharks find themselves down 1-0 to Detroit after 2. Lucas Raymond with his 4th goal of the season for Detroit. The Ducks have 3 here, and they have a 3-0 lead over the Devils after 2 periods of play. When we come back, we'll check out some highlights. They are skewed the home team's way. That'll be part of our continuing Citizens Intermission Report that comes your way after this timeout. Again, it's 3-0 Anaheim after 2. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
You know, whenever I drive in for a Devils game, I know exactly where I'm going to park because I reserve my spot ahead of time with Park Mobile. I don't have time to drive around looking for parking. I just use the Park Mobile app to easily reserve the spot I want. Then I drive right to that lot and there's a guaranteed spot waiting for me. It's easy. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or on the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, book your spot before you leave the house with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
No one plans on heart problems, but everyone should have a plan for them. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. With the latest technology and a highly specialized team of nurses, cardiologists, and surgeons, our network offers the most complete heart and vascular care in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. Visit rwjbh.org/heart.
In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential's rock-solid expertise is designed to help you reach your goals. After all, no matter where you are in life, you've got something to protect. Visit Prudential.com today and see how we can help you.
This is Luke Hughes. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Back here at Honda Center in Anaheim, California, Devils after 2 trailing by a score of 3-0 to the Anaheim Ducks. Earlier on this road trip, the Devils gave up early goals and were skating uphill the rest of the way en route to losses to Colorado and San Jose. Martin Necas scored a minute 24 into the game against Colorado. They went on to win 8-4. And then William Eklund got San Jose going with a goal 42 seconds in as they beat the Devils on Thursday. So the Devils talked about better starts, and they had a better start yesterday. They scored a little over a minute in, Nico Hischier giving the Devils a 1-0 lead, and they beat Los Angeles. Is there a trend? Well, the early goal does change things a whole heck of a lot. It's hard to really imagine why it should, but as Chico would say, if you give up 1, now you got to score 2, so there's pressure on you. And Dawson Mercer would tell you that, you just start to force things. You don't want to, but you start to force things a little bit, and the other team gains confidence, so on and so forth. So we know how important it is not to give up an early goal. Well, in this game, the Devils got through the first 4 minutes before giving up a goal, but I would still count this one as an early one as Anaheim took a 1-0 lead. Puck loose as it bounces up in the air, comes to Cholowski, snaps on cross ice. Nemitz comes cross ice centering, but it's picked off. And here comes Beckett Seneca. As a breakdown, Seneca moves in, shot, score! A breakdown on defense, and the rookie forward on the first shot of the game for Anaheim gives them a 1-0 lead. Yeah, the Devils had control play in the first couple of minutes of the period. They didn't have anything to show for it. And then Seneca somehow got some inside position on Shimon Nemitz. Dennis Cholowski came over. He did his best. He checked the big young forward, but he was able to put one home, and it's his fourth goal of the season, 4:13 in, and Anaheim had the 1-0 lead. Devils had one power play in the first. In fact, they've had just one power play in the game. The referees have put the whistles away. Quite frankly, there hasn't been a lot to call. It's not been that kind of a game. At any rate, Seneca was off at 10-10 for a hold. Devils had a power play. We know what a strength that is. Devils need a goal to tie, maybe change the momentum. Well, they didn't score, but they almost were scored on. Dawson Mercer and Nico Hischier. Hughes for Mercer, back to Jack. I don't think that was the intended pass by Mercer. Breakaway short-handed. Terry in. Save, another save on the rebound by Allen.
Way to go, Jake. Way to go, buddy.
It was a big save and important when it kept it 1-0. Terry was stopped both times on the rebound. Jake down, sprawled, got his left pad on it. And fortunately, from a Devils point of view, Terry did not score his second career shorthanded goal. By the way, he scored his first on Friday here against Detroit. So it was still 1-0, but a late goal in the period extended the Anaheim lead. Lacombe out high, spinning on Hischier. Lacombe protects, moves in deep, now behind the net, steps out far side. His pass intercepted by Dawson Mercer. Lacombe was looking for Vetrano, checks Mercer in the far corner with 5:45 to go in the first. Devils trailing 1-0 on Beckett Seneca's goal. Almost a turnover by the Devils. There is one, they score. Yep, there was pressure in the slot. A pass came up the middle. Nico Hischier was there to receive it, but he was checked by Jackson Lacombe. Nico then wound up hooking at Lacombe. A delayed penalty was in effect, and somehow as Lacombe went to the ice, he was able to find an open Vetrano from in close, and he roofed one for his first of the season. 14:24 the time of the goal, and Anaheim took a 2-0 lead with them to the locker room. All right, so the Devils had moments. There's no question. Lukas Dostal made some bang saves. I think of one on Nico Hischier. I think one on Luke Hughes. He had pressure put on him, but he was able to keep the puck out of the back of the net. So you think, all right, regroup in the intermission, come out, play your game, begin the comeback. Well, Jesper Bratt had an opening about 20 feet out, right circle, and he just elevated the shot out of play. Didn't even put it on goal. Well, shortly thereafter, and Jake Allen would tell you this was not a good goal, but it sure put smiles on Anaheim's faces. And now it's Luke with it. Shovels it up, but not out. Kept alive by Minchukov from McTavish in the corner. Skates behind the net. Looks to slide it to Seneca. Meyer deflected it to the far wall. Now Meyer steps into Trube at the blue line, but he keeps it alive, and Anaheim scores from a sharp angle. The puck was played down to the corner, and Cutter Gauthier from the goal line beats Jake Allen. It's 3-0. No such thing as a bad shot. In improbable odds that it would go in from that position. There was some traffic in front. There was an Anaheim Duck player on the far post in case the puck got through, but that was a shot, no doubt about it. Well, we'd have to ask Cutter Gauthier, but it sure looked like it was a shot, not a pass. Maybe he saw a little lane and was going to try to sneak it through. Well, it did sneak through Jake Allen, and for Gauthier, his 7th goal of the season, and it was a 3-0 Devils lead. That goal coming early, less than 2 minutes in, so another bad start for the Devils at the beginning of a period. 1:54 in, Anaheim leads by a score of 3-0. Dostal made a big stop on Jack Hughes. Timo Meyer was robbed. Again, the young goalie from Czechia coming up strong time and time again as the Devils have not been able to score on 21 shots on goal. Jake Allen, though, recovered nicely from giving up that goal to Gauthier late in the period. Oh, my. Shimon Nemitz with an egregious play. Mason in the far corner. Tried to get it to the blue line. It's intercepted, and Vetrano, who has one of the 3 goals, backhands in.
John Gibson was in here with Detroit. He was here a long time. I can see it in no offense.
Oh, turnover. Nemitz hands it off, and Kreider is robbed as he broke in on Jake Allen. Now a chance for Terry with a shot blocked it away. Oh, bad pass by Nemitz. He went one side to the other, and just inside the blue line, it was picked off. Still pressure.
Yeah, that's the definition of a bad pass. Now, it's possible it was the short change for Anaheim. Didn't really get a good look at a replay. Perhaps it was Kreider coming off the bench and catching Nemitz by surprise. There was a Devil inside the blue line. Clearly, he was the intended recipient, but Kreider coming off. And perhaps that's what happened. I'm thinking, at least for Shimon's sake, that's what happened, that he didn't see him coming off on that late change. But at any rate, Chris Kreider, in his first year with Anaheim, after being traded for over the summer, coming over from the Rangers, denied his 6th goal of the season, and Jake Gallen keeps it at 3-0. So there's a chance, but the Devils are going to have to be much better, and they're going to have to get some breaks. Stahl is going to have to be a little leaky, not a lot, a little, and the Devils maybe can come back in this game against the Ducks. Devils Group tickets are on sale now. Access fan experience packages such as high five tunnels, photo on the ice, Zamboni rides, and much more. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/groups today. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the third after this. Devils in full comeback mode against the Anaheim Ducks as you listen to the Devils Hockey Network.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
Face Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face Off Inside the NHL. Watch now, only on Prime Video.
This is Dougie Hamilton. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Devils trail 3-0 as we get ready for the start of the third period. The Devils coming home for a 3-game homestand. The Devils are 5-0-0 at Prudential Center. They'll play Montreal on Thursday, Pittsburgh Saturday afternoon, and they'll wrap things up against the Islanders on Monday, November 10th. A game in which the Devils will honor our troops. Enter now for your chance to win a team-signed military specialty jersey, 2 glass seats with Prudential Lounge access, and a Nico Hischier signed helmet. Go to NewJerseyDevils.com/military appreciation. Third period underway. Devils have Nason, Bratt, and Hughes out there. Hamilton defensively paired with Stiegenthal. We'll see what Sheldon Keefe does in terms of maybe double shifting Jack or Brett, trying to get some offense going, but not here in the early going. Starts with the top line, doesn't put Hischier up there, doesn't put Meyer up there, keeps Nason on that wing. Now Nason flips it behind the net, and it's taken and played up by Drew Hellison, who you were saying earlier, Chico, comes from a small community in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's a farming community down south, and they never make the state title or anything. So I just was curious where he played his minor hockey. I know he played for the Gophers, and probably, like you said, Shattuck or one of those private schools. But what did he do when he was 10, 11? And I looked and I couldn't find out. Do you know?
Nope.
No. Oh, I was hoping. I thought you were leaving me up.
I picked him up at Shattuck St. Mary's.
Okay.
And then he actually went to Boston College.
Right. And Shattuck St. Mary's, for the folks that are listening, you should remember that. Crosby played there. Zach Parisi, a lot of good players go through that program.
Yeah, one of the premier
scholastic teams in America. Backhand shovel shot by McTavish, knocked down, and now here's Gauthier with it. At the right point, a wrist shot, that deflects wide. Well, we'll know in the first couple of minutes whether the Devils are going to come back. It'll be about energy. It'll be about puck battles.
Oh, yeah, Matty. It'll be about getting a goal. And I would say for sure by the 10-minute mark. They can make it 3-1 by 10-minute mark. Then they can.
Yeah, then they got a shot, sure.
Yeah.
Nemitz flips it around. Blocked along the far wall, kept in the zone. Kalin spins off a check. Killorn after a loose puck. He's tied up. It comes to the blue line. Moore goes cross ice. Mintyukov with a shot well wide. Bangs hard off the glass. Gritsuk stripped to the puck by Moore. Here's a pass out in front. Oh, and getting a stick on it was Chalowski. Otherwise, Moore might have had a layup. Now here comes Gritsuk across line. He feeds on cross ice. Lamiko is denied.
Oh, that hurts.
Another big-time stop by Lukas Stahl. And here comes Kornitz in right. Pokes it in. Ross Johnson breaks in a low backhand. And he sends it off the post. Wow. He was all alone
from the blue line in.
Well, that's a break. I don't know, as the Devils were making a change, who got caught napping, but wow.
Yeah, Jake might have got it. I just want to keep that open because I want Jake to make some big saves, Matty, because he's battling, but he needs some goal help.
Now gaining the zone once again is the Anaheim Ducks, and there's a pass in front. And let's see, Vetrano crashes into the net. We get a whistle. He's a little slow getting up. Well, Ross Johnson's playing in his 255th game. He's got 12 goals.
Oh, good for him. Here we go, Matty. Let's have a look. No, this isn't it. What? Okay. It's the finish of that last play, but I want to see that breakaway. And here, Devils get a great chance. Oh, what a save by Dostal. He sticks out that left leg and robs Lamiko. Here's Johnson. Fake. Going. Oh, he hit post. Hit the bottom of the pad, Matty, watch. And then it goes off the post.
Yeah, Jake just gets that leg out.
Well, take your pick. You know, Devils miss one, and then so do the Sharks. Oh, boy. You know what I was going to say, though, Matty? Okay, the Devils don't seem to get a lot of breakaways. I don't know why. I'm just noticing how other teams seem to be getting more than we do. I don't know why that is. I'm just stating a fact. I can't remember the last clear-cut breakaway from center ice in we had. But we need one tonight, maybe.
Well, somehow, got to find a way to beat Lukas Dostal, who is 2-0 against the Devils, and then had that big game a couple of years ago. Gave up 3 on 55 shots.
Right, and he's paid his dues. You know, he played a couple years in Finland, played for the World Championship, Czechia, and they won it. Like, the guy is knowing that he's paid his dues. He's feeling pretty confident, playing really well, especially tonight. You know, when you paid your dues, Matty, you kind of know it's not going to be luck.
Tavish has the puck knocked off his stick. How about high? It's Seneca. Long-range shot. Hit body in front. Played by Chalowski. That was a hard shot. Down low from inside the blue line. You can see why they're high on that guy. Well, they drafted him third overall. It's not like he came as an undrafted free agent from, you know,
and I want to say,
town.
Right, and I want to say for you folks that I've loved the Devils for so long. Patty Verbeek was a great player. Scored over 500 goals, right? But he really is involved in the draft. I'm not saying he doesn't have good scouts, too. But they made some terrific picks. And, you know, he played. He knows what makes it and what doesn't. And we'll see if, in the end, he can put it all together and win here
Dawson Mercer has the puck in the near corner. Backhands in front, but it's deflected away and comes to Killorn.
Because it amazes me, you said 7 years they missed the playoffs?
Wow. Yeah. 5.5 gone by in the third. Oh, a big hit. As Hischier was knocked down, Mercer grabs Harkins, who came up with a big shoulder hit. They're down on the ice. And now order will be restored. Nico seems to be okay. It was a heavy hit for sure. I don't think it was a dirty one.
Well, I'll have to see it, Matty. Was it dirty? I didn't think so.
No, I think maybe Nico had his head down a little bit. You know, it's just a shoulder-to-shoulder hit. Now, it's near the boards, and Nico goes hard into the boards and is a little shaken up.
Well, yeah, it is kind of a bump. And who is that on there? Is that Pitchuk? Or is that...
No, that's Mercer.
Mercer, and then you've got Meyer, and then Hischier gets up. It's going to be interesting who gets the extra 2.
It's a shoulder-to-shoulder hit. Is it too close to the sidewall?
That's a great point, Matty. I wish we could see it again, because hitting from behind near the boards is not tolerated, and I can't get a good enough look at it, but it's going to be an Anaheim. Yeah. Well, there again, Matty, you're right. It was borderline, but the Devils don't get the call. They're shorthanded.
So Mercer off, shot from the blue line, directed away by Allen. Well, the Devils need to kill this off for sure. Anaheim 0 for 1 on the power play today. Lacombe with the blast, save, and the rebound pulled in by Allen.
Well, it is crunch time for the Devils now. Down by 3. They got to kill this penalty off. Maybe even... Well, they can. I was going to say, maybe Dawson Mercer get a shorthanded, but no, he's in the penalty box. It won't be him. But hopefully somebody.
Devils need something.
Oh, do they ever, Matty?
Luke Hughes clears off the face-off win. Bratt and Glendening out there with Hughes and Dillon.
I thought it might be a tough night afternoon for the Devils, but I didn't foresee this.
They've had moments, there's no doubt. Dostal, who has 2 career shutouts, pitching one here. Long wrist shot, hit a body in front. Glendening after it. He's tied up on the play by Carlson. Kreider comes in, pushed that by Dillon. Anaheim controls. Now it's Lacombe for Gauthier, near circle. Wrist one down low for Kreider. Tries to make his patented between the legs move and puts it on net, but stopped by Allen.
You think Kreider's happy to be out here, Matty? Although the Rangers are playing better and they're getting some wins, but he's got a role here again on the power play. He's got, 5 goals, and I think 3 of them are power play goals. 4? Yeah, he got one the other night. I forgot about that. Yes?
Offside called on Anaheim.
And, they're giving him free rein. And, he's moving. You remember with the Rangers, he was over on the left side and was hammering a lot. But here he's on the right side. He tries to go through his legs. But, a breath of fresh air for him. And I don't mean just the ocean breeze, the West Coast ocean breeze. He was getting the East Coast breeze for the Rangers, but that went sour. And I don't know, Matty, if they should have traded him or not. You got a second-round pick and a player I don't know. I'll give it to you, and you can tell me if you know who it is. His name is Kerry Terrence.
And he's the guy that they got for Kreider.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding. No, I don't know him.
Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. It was a third rounder, not second rounder. So I don't know. The Rangers didn't seem to... I shouldn't say anything. I don't know that kid, so I don't want to say they didn't get anything, but his name doesn't come up.
Here's McTavish in the right circle. Near side, 5 seconds to go in the roughing minor to Dawson Mercer. McTavish with it, fires on cross side. Seneca is denied. What a save by Jake Allen. That was a 2-on-1 the other way. Mercer slides one, they score. Jack Hughes gets the Devils on the board. There's still time left. And keep in mind that robbery by Allen just before the Devils score.
Well, it's a 2-goal swing here. Dawson Mercer, he's going to saucer it. Okay, we thought, he'll score shorthanded. No, he's in the box. He comes out, he gets the puck. Look at that. he saucers it over the sliding duck defenseman, and Jack's just waiting to hammer it. And boy, does he ever do that.
Out of the box and on the score sheet, Dawson Mercer and Jack Hughes.
Mitchikoff was a defenseman that went down. I don't think he could have done much more than what he tried to do there.
10th goal of the season for Jack. Oh, puck loose and blocked away by Allen from in front, and now the Devils clear. Here's Mercer. Well, let's see if there's a little lift in the Devils game. You certainly hope there is.
Yeah. Luke
Hughes intercepts at the blue line. His shot, it deflects just wide past the near post. Now Mercer with a shot save. Rebound loose, cleared from in front. Mercer blocks one down at the blue line. He gloved one down off the glass, then was taken down. No call. Here's Luke.
Well, it is a different game. I said the Devils had to get one by the 10-minute mark. They've done that, and they're on a run right now.
Now it's Brad across. He's in deep, skates behind that. Tries to wrap around. And Dostal got the pads on it. Zellweger will handle, and Anaheim skates out. Petrano down the far side. Lifts one in. Harkins after it, slowed down by Cholowski, works it to the blue line, it goes off the stick of Trouba. Race on, Brad pokes it ahead, but Trouba also got a piece of it and played deep into his own zone. Devils take it away. Here's Brad in the left wing corner, goes far side for Jack. Jack along the goal line, tries to get it in front, it's blocked away. Johnston will handle for Anaheim. His pass blocked in midair by Jack. It's loose at the side of the net, and Zellweger will get there first. Johnson clears it to center ice.
Well, what do you think? Devils excited by that goal? I think so.
They are. Here's Cholowski across, cuts to his left with a shot, a riser over the crossbar off the glass. Trapped at the blue line by Nemitz. Now it's Cotter. Looks for Gritsuk, but it's taken by Harkins, and now it's Anaheim looking to clear, but Kreider's pass is behind Vetrano. As it comes to center ice, the Devils in control. Cotter will backhand one in. Dostal settles. Gritsuk after him. Dostal banks it off the glass. Nemitz with a long shot. Blocked before it got through. Here's Cotter behind the net. Has it on the backhand. Flips it around, and Nemitz settles at the far point. Long shot off the stick. Gloved down by Zellweger. Lifts it clear. Is it kept alive at the blue line for a moment? Yes, but now it comes out to center ice. Puck loose in front of the Anaheim bench. Devils will grab it. Here's Cotter. Hits the blue line. Moves in. Slides to Gritsuk with a shot. Stick save made. Oh, the Devils are all over the Ducks. They'll need some more of this the rest of the way. 9:40 to go. It's a 3-1 game.
And what a shift by Cotter, Matty. He was relentless. He got the puck back about 3 times.
Puck loose behind the Devils net. Hamilton steps into his man. Now the Devils not able to gain control. It comes free though as Heischer intercepts. And now out to the center ice circle he goes. Lays it off for Mercer. Dumps it in deep. Steps into Moore. Picks up the loose puck. Fires it to the blue line. Dillon goes cross ice to Hamilton. Right circle. Heischer in front. And it sails past Meyer and wide. In front for the tip by Meyer and a save. Tries to jam it home from the side of the net. Flipped it in front. Heischer has his shot blocked before it got through. And now it's cleared.
Oh, and folks, he is 6 feet outside the top of the crease, right in the middle, and it got blocked. Oh, my.
Now it's Meyer for Jack Hughes. Pushes forward, gains the zone, gets it to Brett, moves it deep and puts it off the side of the post. Oh, it's been all Devils here since they scored their first goal.
Isn't that the truth? You only wonder if that had happened earlier, but they keep it going.
8.5 to go. Dillon out high. Jack goes cross ice. He was looking for Brad. They sniffed it out, and now here comes Seneca. His backhand pass, blocked by Dillon. Seneca gets it back. With it between the circles. Goes cross ice. Look, home is denied.
Now we got a hockey game, man. Woo! This is fun.
Jack behind the Devils' net. Hooked at a bit by Killorn. Spins away from the veteran forward. Now up for his brother. It goes off his stick. Lays in front of the Anaheim bench. Cross-ice pass for Johnston. Hey, don't forget Johnston's breakaway that Jake got a piece of.
That's right.
And then the robbery at the side of the net just before the goal. Blast from the blue line. Saved by Allen. 7:40 to go. Do the Devils have enough in the tank? They've got enough time. Let's see what happens. Luke Hughes behind the net. This would be a time for his first goal, wouldn't it?
I like it.
Hasn't scored all year long. Brendan Dillon reaches the red line, backhands a bouncer in, blocked it away by Dostal, cleared around by the Ducks into the Devils' end, no icing.
And this is where the Ducks struggle a little bit, Matt. They're not a complete team. They're not a totally structured team under pressure, and the Devils are doing that. They are all over them.
Monaco banks one in, chases on. Hallinan gets there, tips it to himself in the corner. Carlson comes over for Anaheim. 6:58 to go. Ducks break out of their own end. Over skating is Hellison. Loose puck for Palat. Runs into Hallinan a little bit at the blue line, and the puck's took
He
over.
overskated it and then fell down. You think that's not a little nerves? Come on, Devils.
So now things settle just a bit. Frenetic pace takes a pause. Changes are made for each side. Mercer tied up in front of the Devils bench. Looking around as he tries to free it. It does come loose for Gauthier, run into by Meyer. And the Devils sweep it to center ice where it's grabbed by the Ducks and dumped in. Nemitz behind the net, around for Mercer. Hughes from Mercer and Meyer at 7:43, getting the Devils on the board. It's been all New Jersey since, but they've not been able to get that second. Meyer just outside the blue line, had to protect as Mercer was well offside.
Yeah, double figures for Jack. His 10th goal. Nice shot, too.
Off a beautiful saucer pass from Dawson Mercer over Mintukov.
We haven't had a stop and play in a while, and he's not going to get it here either.
Nope, icing waved off against the Devils. Lacombe with it deep in his own end. Hamilton knocks a man down far side. The pass doesn't connect. Siegenthaler will pick it up. Banks went off the glass, but it's now free for Anaheim. Jack blocks a pass at center ice. The return feed from Brett a little too far. Puck deep in the Anaheim zone. Nason steps into Lacombe. Reaching for it is Hamilton. Backhands one on net. A glove save made by Dostal. And there we get that whistle.
Yeah, and I would love to see that save you're talking about just before, by Jake Allen, just before Hughes scores, because Matty, if they come back, the Devils, you've got to look at that as a game changer. But anyway, sorry, we got the people on scraping. I got to get my head on right, because it's 5:14 to go here in the third, 3-1 Anaheim, and you are listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast.
Want to know the best way to find parking for Devils games? It's easier than you think. Now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot for every Devils game. So you just drive right to the lot and have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or in the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, don't put your parking on ice. Score a hat trick by reserving your spot with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
This is Jonas Siegenthaler. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network.
Do you have a hockey hero in your life? Nominate them today to be a hometown hockey hero presented by Campbell's, and they'll have the chance to be recognized at a Devils game this season and receive a customized jersey. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/hockeyheroes to nominate someone today. Devils trying to complete a comeback, but here's a breakaway. Kreider in, saved by Allen.
Oh my, great save by Jake Allen on the breakaway. The puck's inside the Anaheim Ducks blue line. Now they should be playing it safe. But I'm looking at Kreider. He's going out in the neutral zone. I'm saying, if that puck turns over, you are caught, man. But of course, it turned out he's going to say, Chico, I got a breakaway off it. Fortunately, Jake made a great save. But that was a chance that I wouldn't have taken if I was Kreider. But
Kreider's had 2 breakaways. One in the second on that errant pass.
That's right.
By Shimon Nemitz.
Yes.
And then stop there as well. But I agree with you, and I'm sure Joe Quenneville probably won't say anything necessarily, but, you know, yeah, it's 3-1.
Right, play it safe, man.
Yeah. Quenneville in his first year as head coach of the Anaheim Ducks after a stellar career, 975 wins in his career, second all-time behind Scotty Bowman.
Oh, he'll get to 1,000.
Here's a takeaway. Sinico with a shot blockered out of play by Allen. Oh, play rolls on. I'm sorry. Here's a pass out in front. Seneca denied again. He swept it on goal, but the pad was down on the ground and blocked the puck from going through. Now a blast that hit Seneca in front, and then it's sent wide by McTavish. Well, now Anaheim's found some juice. 3:59 to go. Devils need 2 to tie. Nemitz off the bench, right wing side, plays it in. Dostal tips it off the glass. Gritsuk with it, drives it far side, and then Chukov floats it up toward the blue line, pinching in nicely was Nemitz to keep it in the zone. Now the clock is an issue. Here's Nemitz to Mercer, finds Cholowski. Rishak, save with Gritsuk in front. We'll have a face-off with 3:32 to go.
Well, I'm looking, Matty. There's 3:32. If there's a minute or a little more and the Devils score before that, then it'll be 3-2. Then they'll have a shot. But they got to get a goal here in the next couple of minutes. But we're going to have to take a break here because another timeout. Devils 30 shots, Ducks 30 shots. But unfortunately, Ducks 3, Devils only 1. 3:32 to go here in the third. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast.
Face-Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face-Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face-Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search playstar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For the last 125 years, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 has powered progress and built a brighter future. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we honor the dedication of our past, the strength of our present, and the promise of our future. Together, we're stronger. Together, we're Local 102.
This is Paul Cotter. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network.
Well, they did it a little earlier. Sheldon Keefe has pulled Jake Allen with the face-off of the Anaheim end. 6 skaters on for the Devils. Here's Brett to Hamilton. Back to Brett. Devils trail 3-1. 3:22 to go in the third. Loose puck pushed up ahead. Nestorenko stripped to the puck. It comes free to center ice. Devils will pick it up. Devils have had some life here in the third, but they enter trailing 3-0. They get the goal from Jack Hughes. They've pressured since, but they need to get 2 quick ones. Eric Brett tries to center for Mercer. Puck batted out of midair. The backhander by Meyer is off of Dostal, and the puck is cleared.
I just want to say Dostal scored a goal in the American Hockey League. Not that he's going to try, I don't think, but just so you keep that in mind. You got an empty net one there.
2:43 to go. Heischer's pass blocked away. There's a pass up the center ice for Killorn. Tries to get away from Jack. Looking for a lane. Can't get a shot off. He'll just lift it in the air. It bounces for Meyer. 2:29 to go in the third. 6 on for the Devils as they wrap up this 4-game road trip. Looking to avoid going 1-3. Dostal with the puck, trying to play it down the center of the ice. It's blocked away by Nason. Comes in front, backhand, somehow it stays out. Ritchie tries to put it in front, stopped by Dostal. Now loose again, jammed at by Brad. It comes to Ritchie, to Brad in the corner. Out high to Luke, now to his brother Jack. Back to Luke, long range shot, hit a body in front, and it's picked up by Carlson. Up ahead to Kreider, and empty net. He moves in and scores.
Matty, we are going to have to look at the replay to know how the Devils didn't score. Wow. I couldn't tell. The goalie goes out. He's going, just to be what I said, he's going for the open net goal. Watch him here, Matty, but he hits the Devil, Mason, and then it's bouncing around. Oh, my. And then there's going to be a backhander here by Meyer. And, Hellison gets a stick on it. Yeah. Or it was going
and then
in
it hit
net.
the post.
And then it hit the post.
Wow.
But that kind of sums it up, doesn't it, Matt? The Devils just couldn't get a break around the net. I mean, the one goal was beautiful, but any other chances just should have been in, hit something, and didn't go in.
Kreider had a couple of breakaways, couldn't score, but he scores into the empty net, his 6th of the season. And Anaheim is going to win its 3rd in a row and go to 5-1-0 in its last 6. And the Devils, not able to string consecutive wins together at the end of this road trip, will head home with a record of 9-4. Stay with us for the post-game show. It comes your way at the end of this game, which has 1:14 to run. Well, the Devils gave up another early goal.
Yep.
As Beckett Seneca scored a little over 4 minutes in.
On a breakaway. That's what hurt.
Yep. And they added another goal from Frank Vetrano before the period was over. Got an early one. Not a good goal. By Gauthier to start the second. Well, the Devils did make it closer with the goal from Jack Hughes. And boy, it sparked them. They put a lot of pressure on, but couldn't get another one past Dostal. 37 seconds to go. He's on the verge of improving to 3-0 against the Devils. Last time he played here, he stopped 52 of 55 shots. Today he stopped 31 of 32. So it's not like he's not facing rubber against the Devils. Another shot, this time from Pilates, stopped by Dostal as the final 15 run down.
No, he has been good, Matty. But I would say if you look at the breaks that he has gotten, and that's just the goalie. Goalie always say, I'd just as soon be lucky than good. And he had some breaks, especially in that last flurry, and he's smiling about it. Because he went for the goal. Like I said, he had scored earlier, but Nason stopped it. And then, puck bouncing around. He doesn't have a stick. He's just flailing. And I don't know how the Devils didn't get it in. And then there was a shot that was going to go in, but it hit a stick of the Ducks, and he was behind the goalie. So the goalie wasn't going to stop it. That's going in the net, but it hit the shaft of the stick and stayed out. And oh boy, you can come up with all kinds of excuses why the Devils only scored one goal, and I don't know about puck clock. I know what happens. I don't know why. It's like you talked about confidence, Matty. Why could someone be so confident and then kind of lose their confidence? Don't know about that either. But the big board tells us whether you were